BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America. New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Alvarado to the right side wing, backing up on Wembanyama. Towns has Johnson underneath, and they do get it to him out wide on the left wing. Pump fakes, drives, steps back for a far corner three, and connects. A ridiculous shot from Karl Anthony Towns. He winds up on the ground in the lap of a few Spurs coaches. No call, 12-point game.
Just a great shot by Karl Anthony Towns in the fourth quarter of the Knicks' come-from-behind Game 4 victory at Madison Square Garden. Knicks outscored the Spurs 32-16 in the fourth after they had outscored them 26-14 in the third quarter. Pat O'Keefe back with you from San Antonio at Frostbank Center. This is the Knicks pregame show brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery. Getting set for game number 5 of the NBA Finals as the Knicks are one win away from winning the NBA championship for the first time since 1973. And with that, it is time now for the Knicks starting lineup brought to you by the Parisman firm. And as you might expect, not a lot of change for the Knicks coming into this game number 5. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns, the starting 5 for Mike Brown. That was the Knicks starting lineup brought to you by the Parisman firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Parisman firm now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Parisman firm, where your case is their cause. Same starting 5 for the Spurs, and why not? Getting off to good starts certainly hasn't been a problem for them in these NBA Finals. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, and of course, Victor Wembanyama in the middle. Here's Karl Anthony Towns yesterday on how the Knicks are able to play with such a level of desperation.
We spoke about it multiple times. You know, we got to approach every game like it's 0-0. We got to have that kind of desperation it is to win game 1 of a playoff series. We got to go in there with the understanding and no comfortability. You know, just really be desperate, execute at a high level. Game plan discipline has to be at another level. And I've said it multiple times, I'll say it again, you know, the hardest game to win is the one that ends someone's season. So we got to be at our best version tomorrow.
And after the Knicks' historic comeback victory in game number 4, Mike Brown described his team once again fighting through adversity.
But you talk about a total team effort when we hit adversity. And that's all we've talked about all year. Hitting adversity, hitting adversity, hitting adversity. I embrace it through the year. We have to hit it because we have to see if we're connected enough for moments like this. And our guys showed their resiliency and showed they're connected enough to handle a moment like that. The series isn't over. It's going to be tough down in San Antonio. But I applaud all my guys and all my coaches for trying to find a way and finding a way to get in the win tonight.
Meanwhile, Spurs head coach Mitch Johnson was asked if there's a trick to delivering a message when his team has had opportunities to win all 4 games in this series.
Yeah, no trick. I think, if anything, there's conviction and strength and confidence. That's what it is. There's no trick. There's no avoiding what's happened. There's no avoiding all 4 games have been winnable games. There's not avoiding we're down 3-1. There's not avoiding ways that we could be better. There's no way that's going to be harder on ourselves and more accountable to ourselves than the people in that locker room and to each other. And that's what's helped us get to where we are. And that's how the group is built. And there will be no circumstance that will change that.
Now, Wembanyama played 43 minutes in game number 4, and game 4 was also the last game in this series that there was only 1 day off in between games. So he was asked how much fatigue was a factor down the stretch on Wednesday night.
Definitely a factor, but it's the playoffs. Everybody's just as tired. And it shouldn't even be a factor in the game. Now we got 2 days in between games. It's not going to be a factor.
Looking around the inside of the arena right now, it's kind of the calm before the storm. Pre-game warm-ups are done. The teams are back in their locker rooms. They'll be out for their pre-game warm-ups, their layup lines in just a moment. There is a decent amount of orange and blue in the arena right now. And in fact, as I say that, there's a Go Spurs Go chant breaking out. We anticipate hearing lots of Let's Go Knicks chants as well. And Victor Wembanyama was asked about that yesterday, if there's any concern with the number of Knicks fans who are reportedly going to be here tonight.
No, it's not a concern. I mean, we got good defense here in the crowd.
All right, so there's Spurs center Victor Wembanyama ahead of Game 5 of the NBA Finals tonight as the Knicks look to close things out, leading this series 3-1. It's time now for the DraftKings same-game parlay. We won our 3-legged parlay at Game 4 the other night, so we'll try to make it 2 in a row here tonight. It's a 4-legged parlay tonight. Jalen Brunson with at least 5 assists, Karl Anthony Towns at least 10 rebounds, Josh Hart with at least 8 rebounds, and OG Anunoby to hit at least 2 3-pointers. And that on DraftKings is plus 227. That was the DraftKings Knicks same-game parlay. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. The crown is yours. We'll take another break on New York Knicks game night still to come. Monica McNutt will join me to set the stage for game number 5. Up next, some last words from the 2 head coaches, Mike Brown and Mitch Johnson. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Is the stress of a Game 7 giving your skin a full court press? Tired of trying to coach yourself through skincare trends? Between slugging, serums, and retinoids, it's easy to get confused. Don't try to be the MVP of skincare. Go see a pro. At Hand & Stone, they handle the defense so you can enjoy the glow. Book your facial at handandstone.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spas. Terms and conditions apply. Hand & Stone. Expert care for every season.
One more win, and that's what the New York Knicks need tonight to be crowned NBA champions. It is Game 5 of the NBA Finals, live from Frostbank Center in San Antonio, with the Knicks leading this best-of-7 series 3-1. Pat O'Keefe back with you on the Knicks pregame show, brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery. Early on, we heard Jalen Brunson asked how the Knicks keep their mentality after such an historic win the other night at Madison Square Garden. And he said simply, it's 0-0. Mike Brown, when he met with the media a short time ago, was asked how his team can maintain that 0-0 mentality.
You know, the reality of it is it's hard, but you just keep trying to tell your guys to stay present, stay present, stay present. And, you know, for us, you know, another thing that we've talked a lot about with our guys is, you know, possession over outcome, possession over outcome. Just worry about the next possession. Lock into the details, play as hard as you can, give everything you can to that next possession, and don't worry about the outcome of the game or the series.
Knicks fans are starting to turn out already. We see a lot of the familiar faces from Celebrity Row in the stands and in the seats tonight, and a lot of orange and blue pockmarking the crowd here at Frostbank Center. Mike Brown was asked if he's excited to see the Knicks fans turn out for Game 5.
You know, our fans have been fantastic all year, and during the playoffs, they've tried to show up and show out wherever we are, not just in the arena. We see them, you know, walking around the area that we're staying in. We see them at the hotel, and just to know that they're as, you know, enthused and rabid as they are, it's you know, it's second to none. We love having our fans. We love having them in the building. We love having them around, and so hopefully they'll be able to cheer just as loud as they do at home here tonight.
Now, it's human nature to think ahead about what a win tonight would mean for the players on the Knicks, for the team, and for New York City. So with that in mind, Brown was asked how the last couple of days have been tough, or how tough they have been with family and friends possibly thinking ahead.
My family knows me. They know that I'm going to keep it real with them, and if they get a little too ahead of the show, I'll reel them back in. You know, we haven't had a problem with that the last couple of days for me. I'm just stuck to my normal routine. Went to dinner with my wife, my 2 stepkids, and came back, did a little work, watched a little bit of a series. It's called Kings and Conquer. I think this is called Kings and Conquer. I finished the last episode last night. It's a really good series. My wife told me the main guy in there is from Game of Thrones, and I didn't know that until at the end of the series, and then I recognized him. But finished that last night, and then after that, talked to one of my sons and went to bed. So pretty easy, mellow night for me last night.
So Knicks head coach Mike Brown binge watching the night before Game 5 of the NBA Finals. On the other side, you have the Spurs, who have had a lead in the last 2 minutes in all 4 games of this series so far. They've had a double-digit lead in the first quarter of all 4 games in this series so far, yet they trail 3-1. So their head coach Mitch Johnson was asked about the vibe of his team.
Yeah, what we'd expect. We went through shoot-around in our normal prep for the game tonight, and tonight's the most important game of our season, and we're playing the same opponent now for the 5th straight time, and hopefully we can continue to improve in terms of our execution and finishing out games and playing more to our standard for more than 48 minutes tonight.
Spurs have taken the floor for their pregame warm-ups. The Knicks have yet to emerge from the tunnel to go through theirs. We are about 20 minutes away from tip-off of game number 5 of the NBA Finals, and we'll take another break. When we come back, Monica McNutt will join me to preview tonight's matchup and give us her keys to the game for the Knicks. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay Mobile Plus Home and bonus discount, enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply. Offer ends July 29th, 2026.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
And welcome back to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. It is Game 5 of the NBA Finals between the Knicks and the Spurs as the Knicks look to close out their first NBA championship tonight in more than half a century. Knicks on the floor right now. A raucous acceptance of them as they came out onto the floor. Monica McNutt joining me now. There was a lot of questions leading up to this game. Just how much will the Knicks fans infiltrate the building here in San Antonio? It looks like they're out in full force.
Sounds like it too, Pat. I'm really excited to see how this thing is going to unfold. I think the energy is palpable. It feels, I think after game 2, there was folks that had a sign that said MSG South. No, I got to check my pictures because that's not what it said. The sign was so great, though. It was so much fun. Needless to say.
That was when they were all behind you during your post-game live
needless to say, the fans have traveled with confidence and boldness and noise, and it is going to be rocking in here tonight.
And the reason for that is the biggest reason, what's on the line. Obviously, an MSG Texas is what you're showing me right now. You know, obviously, it's been, a magic carpet ride for this team and their fan base throughout the playoffs. But this is the first time they've had a chance to take the floor, win a game, and you lock up a championship. Knowing that is out there, how difficult is it to focus and do your job?
Pat, I've been thinking about this since the other night's win, if I'm honest, right? I think this team's record in this postseason, they have been fantastic, unreal, a hooper's dream, if you will, and closeout games, so far. Now, obviously, this is the finals. It is the hardest of the closeout games they have had to face, and the Spurs are uniquely built to challenge them in a way that I think neither Cleveland, Philly, or Atlanta were able to. But I do think if we have to just look at this series in the micro in terms of what these 5 games or 4 games so far has offered in terms of experience, if this game is a 3 to 4 possession ball game with 5 minutes to go, the self-fulfilling prophecy on either side is very different. The Knicks have confidence that they can figure out a way to win, and quite honestly, the Spurs' history in the short term indicates that they would get tight and question their ability to close. And so I'm not sure what to expect. I think the 2 days off is a big deal because that has been an indicator of Victor Wembanyama having the opportunity to re-energize in a way that he's not been energized with just 1 day off. And I do think this is a prideful young group, and they have their own home court environment going here as well.
It was an historic comeback win, the largest in NBA Finals history. It was a game that will be remembered forever. But the reason it got there is because for the first half, the Knicks did not play well. So what would you like to see them do differently here tonight?
I know we're jumping the gun here, Pat, but that's literally one of my keys. Because as much as I can pick out basketball stats and different things, what will it look like for this team to start when the ball gets jumped at center court, right? What does it look like to start a game with urgency and desperation? Now, again, history says in closeout games in this postseason that they have done that, and they have done that in emphatic fashion, but it is a different challenge for them to do it versus this San Antonio Spurs team.
We'll get to your other two keys in a moment. I want to also ask you what you have seen from this team during this entire playoff run that is now going on 2 full months, that they have continued to remain locked in night after night after night, no matter the situation.
I think this group has continued to raise its level both in performance and in accountability, right? They continue. I think last year we used to talk about drops in the equity bucket so that when things got tight, they were prepared to lean on one another and navigate challenging situations. It has been that time and time again in this postseason, being able to count on one another, trusting one another, believing one another. Like, I know those sound like sort of trivial things, but they're very real in the pursuit of a championship. And so I think they have only continued to grow in that capacity, which allows you to come back from 27 down in the second half in the Garden the other night, and OG Anunoby make an incredible play to give this team a 3-1 lead.
All right, chance to close it out tonight, 1 win away. Monica, let's get back to your keys to tonight's Game 5.
All right, the first key, Pat, is a strong start. Start the game with urgency. Let's not have the drama of a masterful comeback. Start on both sides of the floor, offensively and defensively, with aggression. The second key to me is going to be continue to be physical with Victor Wembanyama. A lot has been discussed about the minutes that he had to play in Game 4, but I would also offer he played a rack of minutes in Game 3 as well in the Garden. And so you got to continue to get into his body and take a toll on him. The last key for me, Pat, and this is what we've seen all postseason, is clutch play down the stretch. That's one area that this team has continued to excel. And as much as you might try to point to things, when it gets late, can they lock in on both sides of the ball and make something happen? So starting the game with urgency and desperation, continuing to be physical with Victor Wembanyama, and then clutch play down the stretch to potentially close it out for the Larry O.
That last key has certainly been an advantage for the Knicks this series. Monica, have a great call tonight.
Thanks, Pat. Good to have you in the building, my guy.
Good to be here with you and Tyler, and that will do it for New York Knicks game night. Coming up next, it is game number 5 of the NBA Finals. Is this it for the New York Knicks? Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt have the call. I'll be back with you at halftime. Enjoy the game, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe in New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This has been Amazon Hub Delivery New York Knicks game night. New York Knicks basketball is coming right up.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian delivers personalized spine care for every stage of your journey. From physical therapists to surgeons, our expert team works together to provide you with complete back and neck care, from diagnosis to treatment and recovery. With 15 locations across New York City and Westchester, get the expert spine care you need at Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine.
Come on, ref, end the game.
What's the rush? We're winning.
And we're going to keep winning if we get to the Nissan Summer Sales event.
What?
The event where you can score great savings on a new Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Can it hold off 10 minutes?
Oh, sure. You think the #1 brand of new vehicle quality by J.D. Power is just going to wait for you?
I get it, but we waited years for this match.
But look at these incentives.
Wait, are you serious? Come on, ref! Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
The whistle is blowing on these savings. Hurry in and bring home a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales event. Now, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Frontier S-Trim 1.9% APR for 60 months at $1,748 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N6/3026.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Mr. Jordan, tip by Anunoby. He put it in. Anunoby put it in. The Knicks take the lead with 1.2 to go.
New York Knicks basketball is on the air.
His shot is blocked by Hart, and the New York Knicks just pulled off the biggest comeback win in NBA Finals history.
The New York Knicks. Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's not over yet. Not even close.
Knicks basketball starts right now. Live from Frostbank Center in San Antonio for the NBA Finals, the Knicks versus the Spurs. It's Game 5. Now here's Monica McNutt, and with the play-by-play, here's Tyler Murray on the MSG Radio Network.
Saturday night, San Antonio, Texas. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Larry O'Brien Trophy is in the building. A season on the line for the Spurs. A championship within reach for the Knicks. New York woke up this morning just 4 quarters away from the ultimate prize. They have not taken the straight line path to get here. They've needed 3 double-digit comeback wins. They've trailed in the final 2 minutes of every game in this series. And if not for a record-breaking 29-point turnaround with a miracle tip-in the final seconds of Game 4, they might be teetering on the edge of collapse. Instead, it's a 3-1 series lead as we await the opening tip on what could be one of the biggest nights in the history of New York sports. So glad you're with us, everybody, and welcome to Game 5. Along with Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Pat O'Keefe with us here in Texas. He'll have your halftime and post-game coverage. Ray Santiago, our producer, back in the Big Apple. And we do expect to have another celebrity guest join us for the second quarter broadcast tonight at Frostbank Center. Not much hype needed to get you ready for this game. A win means a championship. 4 quarters away from history. 53 years of waiting. 53 years of preying on ping-pong balls and suffering through playoff heartbreak. And it's come down to an opportunity of which the Knicks will have 3 to just win one more time. It is just the second finals ever, and the first since 1975 that has seen 2 different games decided by 1 point. Of course, Game 2 here in San Antonio, the Knicks won at 105-104 on that free throw from Jalen Brunson and the missed jumper from Victor Wembanyama following his devastating turnover. And then Wednesday night, OG Anunoby with perhaps the biggest shot in Knicks history and the biggest offensive rebound perhaps in NBA history. And it set the stage for Game 5. This San Antonio team is a live underdog. They're favored to win this game, but of course not to win the NBA Finals. And it's no secret, if they find a way to win this game, it puts the pressure back on the Knicks, who will get a chance to close out at home if they can't do it tonight, back in Game 6 on Tuesday night. Monica McNutt, you talked about it with Pat O'Keefe, but off the opening tip, what signs do you need to see that the Knicks are going to find a way to avoid a troubling trend, which is falling behind by double digits in all 4 first quarters of this series so far?
LT, I'm all about how this team manages to start this basketball game. Is there the appropriate level of desperation and urgency on both sides of the basketball? And listen, historically in this season so far, when the Knicks have gotten to close out games, one, they're 3-0, obviously, when you look at the sweeps and of course, what they did versus the Atlanta Hawks. But they've also come out in dominant fashion in those games. I don't know if it's good juju, if it's the pregame routine. I'm not sure what it is. But they've come out shooting lights out from the field and really putting their opponents away early. So can they duplicate that? Now, granted, obviously the Spurs remain the best of their opponents so far this season, and this is the finals, so it's nothing about it that you expect to be easy. But that is who the Knicks have been in closeout opportunities.
They humiliated the Hawks by 51 in round 1. They shellacked the Sixers by 30 in round 2. And then, yes, they clobbered the Cavs by 37 to sweep the Eastern Conference Finals.
Nice verb work. I see what you did there.
I've been working on my alliteration during this last 2-day layoff, and as you mentioned, Victor Wembanyama has enjoyed some time off as well. In fact, his quote yesterday was, "It's the playoffs. Everyone's tired, but with 2 days off between games, fatigue won't be a factor." If he's right, the Spurs truly do have a chance to become just the second team ever to overcome a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. For the Knicks, they don't want to be the 2016 Warriors. They want to be the once-in-a-lifetime generational playoff run 2026 New York Knicks. They're 1 win away, and we're about 1 minute away from getting this thing started. But first, it's the national anthem here in San Antonio.
During 2026, the NBA proudly celebrates America's 250th birthday. Through service and volunteerism, we honor the spirit, resilience, and unity that have shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. Presenting the colors tonight is the San Antonio Firefighters Honor Guard. Tonight's presentation of the national anthem is being performed by 4-time Grammy-nominated country singer, songwriter, and Texas native Mickey Guyton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Game 5 about to begin. Take a deep breath, Knicks fans. You've seen a lot of basketball over the years. The pressure will be higher than any you've ever experienced. The in-game anxiety will be through the roof. But you were built for this. You're ready for this moment, and so are the thousands of Knicks fans who have made the trip here to San Antonio, about 2,000 miles away. Not a problem for so many of these folks dressed in orange and blue. So buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride as the Knicks are 4 quarters away from a championship. Time now for the officiating crew, brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Scott Foster, James Capers, Tyler Ford. That was the officiating crew, brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Dime Community Bank's new branch is now open at Madison and 37th Street, right in the heart of Manhattan. Visit dime.com to learn more. Dime, we've got your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Along with Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Let's get to the starting lineups for the San Antonio Spurs, with De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle in the backcourt for head coach Mitch Johnson. Devin Vassell and Julian Champagnie on the wings, and Victor Wembanyama in the middle. Wembanyama had to play 44 minutes in Game 4. Most he's had to play in a regulation game all season. It was the double overtime win against OKC in round 1 of the conference finals, where he had to play 48 minutes. And Mitch Johnson taking some criticism. The questions are, why was Wembanyama forced to play so much in a game they were winning by so much for the first 2.5 quarters? And Wembanyama wound up going 3 out of 14 in the second half from the field. De'Aaron Fox also under fire. Fourth quarter on Wednesday, he had that turnover to Hart that did lead to a missed layup, but it was costly in the long run. He had the ill-advised layup in the final seconds blocked by Anunoby, and then he missed the box-out assignment on Anunoby, leading to his iconic tip-in. Karl Anthony Towns is dubbed the right hand of God. Devin Vassell and Julian Champagnie, streaky shooters throughout the series. They'll have to get hot tonight if they want to save San Antonio's season. At point guard for the Knicks, it's Jalen Brunson. He just became the first player in the finals since LeBron James 10 years ago to have back-to-back games at this point in the year with 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Brunson finished with 36 in Game 4, which is just 2 shy of matching Willis Reed's franchise finals record. Reed did it back in 1970 when he scored 38. Josh Hart at the 2. He thanked OG Anunoby after the game for saving him, quote, from a lifetime of regret for the missed layup that clearly left Hart shaken even after the win. And a quick aside, if you just heard thunderous boos, that was not because the New York Knicks were introduced. It's because Victor Wembanyama was introduced. It's starting to feel like the treatment Joel Embiid got on Mother's Day in his home arena in Philadelphia. We'll see if it continues, but an electric back and forth March Madness type atmosphere with almost an equal share of black and gray and orange and blue in the bowl surrounding us here at Frost Bank Center. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are on the wings for New York, and Karl Anthony Towns, coming off his 3rd finals double-double, is at the 5. Now it's time for the opening tip, brought to you by Rings End. Rings End is the largest retailer of Marvin windows and doors in the Northeast. Could this be the season's end? The Larry O'Brien Trophy is in the building. Only one team can win it tonight, and they're dressed in blue and orange tonight. It says New York across the front in orange, numbers on front and back in that same tone. While San Antonio is mostly in white. It says Spurs on the front in black, numbers on front and back in black as well. A Larry O'Brien Trophy logo underneath the gray Spur at center court. And high above that logo in the rafters hangs 5 championship banners for San Antonio from 99 all the way to 2014. The extended Tim Duncan dynasty here in Texas. And a lot of folks here in San Antonio and around the NBA thought that this would be the start of a new dynasty for the Spurs. That's very much on the table, but they're going to have to make NBA history to pull it off. It's a 3-1 series lead for the Knicks. But bear in mind, their margin of victory and their point differential is just a +8. A 10-point win in Game 1, 1-point wins in Game 2 and Game 4, and then a 4-point loss in Game 3. This has been as tight as it gets across NBA history for a 3-1 series. It is Wembanyama on the right side, Towns on the left side. Scott Foster is ready to throw it up.
You can feel it in this place. Little vibrations. Shout out to the Game and Entertainment Squad and, of course, the fans.
Could this be the night? We'll find out in a couple hours. And the tip is won by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks ball to start Game 5 from left to right. They are in blue. San Antonio is in white. Brunson with the ball, near sideline. Top of the key, Towns holds the ball high. Into the near corner, Bridges driving on Wembanyama. Stopped at the foul line. Out to Brunson, near wing. To the corner now, crossing over Wembanyama. Takes him to the rim, fadeaway floater, missed it. And a rebound for Champagnie. Wembanyama will bring the ball up from right to left. Picked up by Towns at the top of the arc. Stephon Castle on the left side perimeter. 8 to shoot for Fox, top of the key. Dribbles to the foul line, steps back, kicks right. Return pass from Champagnie. On the other wing, it's Castle. He'll launch his 3. Hard off the heel and a rebound for Anunoby. First time he's touched the ball since his iconic tip-in Game 4. It comes back to him on the far side wing. He'll drive on Wembanyama to the restricted area. Wouldn't bite on the pump fake. Gets rid of it to Hart. Now back to Anunoby in the near corner. Jab step right, dribble left. Driving on Wembanyama again, lost his balance, and the ball, got it back, and now it's Hart top of the key. End of the shot clock, has to take a turnaround jumper and bricked it wide right, and the teams are combined 0 for 3.
So far in this series, the Spurs have gotten out to very hot starts in the first quarter, shooting 56% and averaging just under 34 points in the first.
Can the Knicks hang around early and not have to come back from 29 points down tonight? Castle driving right side, net by Towns underneath, and the ball is popped free. Some contact there, they let it go. Knicks ball attacking the basket on the right side. Bridges in the corner near side. Driving baseline. Will pull up for two over Wembanyama. And he missed it off front iron, but a loose ball foul called on Stephon Castle as Towns had beat him to the spot fighting for the rebound.
How things are officiated in this series has been a topic probably more than most folks would like. The one thing about this one, though, and all players and coaches ever ask, is that it be officiated evenly on both sides. And so if that's setting the tenor, we're not going for the hand in the back thing this game, then everybody needs to take note.
Big part of the comeback was Stephon Castle picking up his fourth foul early in the third in Game 4. He could not lock down Jalen Brunson. Here's Hart at the foul line. Faked a pass, drove the lane, missed a right-hand layup. Rebound, another foul drawn by Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart pantomiming his layup technique. Frustrated he missed that one. But Karl Anthony Towns, a demon on the glass, drew another foul. This one's on Wembanyama.
This is stark contrast to what we saw in Game 4, where Karl Anthony Towns picked up 2 in record time for a player picking up fouls in the NBA Finals.
62 seconds. It's never happened that quickly, and it certainly changed the tenor of that game early on. Nobody scored yet. 10:06 to go in the first quarter of Game 5. Pass from Bridges to Towns along the near sideline was tipped out of bounds by San Antonio, so 11 to shoot. Feels like the kind of game where once the first few baskets go in,
floodgates open,
everyone can take a deep breath.
Yeah, so just interesting to point out that Victor Wembanyama is guarding OG Anunoby, sort of in that roamer position that we saw a lot in Game 4.
See if Anunoby can make him pay. Had a playoff career-high 7 3-pointers in Game 4. Towns had it on the near side corner, poked out of bounds by Vassell. 8 to shoot now. In a still scoreless Game 5, 2 minutes in.
We've seen teams use this strategy on Towns where they put a smaller guard on him in an attempt to take away his legs. That's what the Spurs are going with Vassell.
Inbound from Bridges. Couple of ball fakes looking for an outlet. It's Towns on the left side point. He'll drive on Vassell. Met by Wembanyama. Got blocked by Wemby. Caught the rebound but was falling out of bounds, so he threw it ahead and Fox picked it off. Wembanyama in the paint. Reverse jam over Anunoby on the other side. And the ice is broken. It's 2-0 Spurs.
One of the indicators of the energy that Victor Wembanyama has is how many dunks he gets to start a ball game. That is his first.
Towns on the right side corner. Gets it to Bridges, swinging around Brunson, left wing, takes a dribble, launches a three. Good from the left wing. He's never been more open than that, and he took advantage.
And this is because the Spurs doubled Karl Anthony Towns on the opposite side corner with Victor Wembanyama, who's supposed to be the roamer, and then Josh Hart set an outstanding screen.
De'Aaron Fox trying to answer, but cannot. A three from the left angle, hits back iron and popped over the backboard out of bounds. Knicks ball up 3-2.
You know, one of the keys to this one, Tyler, for both teams is going to be managing the energy. I won't use the word nerves because they've all prepared to be in these big moments, but there's a lot of energy coming into this one. I must say, for myself, I could feel it.
The magic is in the work, is what Jalen Brunson says whenever he's asked about how he's able to rise to the occasion when the pressure is highest. Towns in the left corner will take Wembanyama toward the rim, shrugged him off. Floater is still blocked by Wembanyama from outside the restricted area. He'll take it himself from right to left. Wemby on the right wing, inside-out dribble on Towns, works him to the rim, and a righty layup missed from the right block, but a putback from Champagnie drops in, and San Antonio has a 4-3 lead.
So even though Towns doesn't get that shot against Wembanyama to fall, you like that he's going at his body. Remember, the physical toll of this one is one that's important to note.
Bridges near sideline, Knicks into the front court right. Towns near the logo, swinging around Anunoby. In the left corner, starts to drive on Wembanyama. Stops, starts again, try to posterize him, but missed the dunk. Blocked by Wembanyama. Champagnie left wing to the far corner. Fox a drive and a missed layup. Rebound Towns. He's all over the glass on both ends. Knicks ball down one. Anunoby faked a three. Drives the lane. He got blocked by Champagnie, but a foul. Anunoby, a beautiful hesitation move from the left side perimeter. I think Wembanyama is asking for a carry. With 8:08 to go in the first, it's free throws for OG.
Yeah, Wembanyama was asking for a couple of things. I think on the previous possession when OG Anunoby tried to dunk on him, he thought there was some illegal contact about that one. Here's what I will say. The Spurs do have outstanding guard defenders, and of course Victor Wembanyama is your defensive player of the year. Right now, they are pressing up on all of the Knicks very aggressively. But that type of defense wears you out. And so I will be fascinated to see how long they will go with this style, what toll it takes on their overall performance of this one. And for the Knicks, that's when you got to catch, square, every screen has to be delivered, every catch has to be delivered. You have to come to the basketball and make those guys pay for overplaying you.
Anunoby gets both. He was 6 of 6 from the line in the Game 4 win. Meanwhile, Wembanyama has 3 blocks in 4 minutes. Knicks have a 5-4 lead. Castle on the right side, tried to cross over Hart, almost lost it. On the other wing, it's Vassell spinning far side mid-range. Now it's Wembanyama looking for a handoff at the left side perimeter. To the elbow, he pulls up for a jump shot and got fouled by Towns. Looked like Towns got him lightly on the elbow. Wembanyama did well to alert Tyler Ford to the contact. Not quite 62 seconds into the game, but Towns picks up an early foul with 7:49 remaining in the first. And your concern is probably how aggressive can he continue to be on the glass.
Again, if you're going to call it, just let it be called balance. I think that is the most important part. Karl-Anthony Towns has to be mindful to get that hot stove touch and to get his hand out of there when Wembanyama is shooting.
He gets the first free throw. Game is tied 5-5. Early substitution for Mitch Johnson. Dylan Harper into the game. And Keldon Johnson as well for Fox and Champagny. At the basket to our left, he rattles in the second free throw. Of course, a pivotal blunder in the Game 4 collapse. 2 late missed free throws from Wembanyama. For now, it's 6-5 San Antonio. 7:39 left in the first quarter of Game 5. Bridges at center court, hounded by Harper. He will drive toward the right sideline, finds Towns up top. He launches a 3, back rimmed it. Johnson, a one-arm rebound to the free throw line to keep it away from Hart. Wembanyama from right to left. Top of the arc, it's Castle, screen from Wemby. Right wing, Castle passes left for Johnson. He'll slice inside, hops up in the lane. Floater is short, but a tip slam from Wembanyama. So his second slam dunk, he's got 6 points and a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Wow, that was an incredible play by Victor Wembanyama. Knicks got to be sure to block out.
Brunson driving kick, Anunoby in the far corner. Driving baseline, stopped from 12 feet, pulls up and misses the jumper. Tipped out by Wembanyama to Castle. 7 minutes left in this first quarter. San Antonio, another hot start, at least defensively. They've held the Knicks to 1 of 10 from the field. Wembanyama at the left elbow, guarded by Anunoby. Spins, kicks, Harper a straight on 3. Got it. 11-5 San Antonio. That's the first 3-pointer of the game for the Spurs. 6.5 left in the opening quarter. Towns catches at the far elbow. Drive kick, Anunoby in the corner. His 3-pointer is good. OG Anunoby picking up where he left off from Wednesday night. It's a 3-point game.
Threes over Victor Wembanyama in the fourth quarter of Game 4. There were some big ones for the Knicks that helped him to garner that comeback momentum.
Vassell can't answer from the near corner over Anunoby on a 3. Front iron miss. Rebound Towns. Outlet Brunson. He's looking to get going. Try to drive to the far elbow around Keldon Johnson. Nowhere to go, so brings it back toward the corner. Baseline drive, pull-up jumper, front rim and out. Tipped by Anunoby. Off of Vassell gets Scott Foster. And the Knicks will keep possession as Jalen Brunson is 1 of 3 from the field. Anunoby's got 5 of the 8 New York points. And a timeout on the floor will stop play with 5:51 to go in the first quarter. It's San Antonio 11, New York 8.
One of the things that is important to note on that last possession is how the floor was loaded up. Jalen Brunson versus Keldon Johnson, largely in isolation on that left side with 4 Knicks and 4 Spurs defenders in connection on the other side of the floor.
This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. 5:51 remaining in the first quarter of Game 5. The Larry O'Brien Trophy is in the building. Spurs 11, Knicks 8, with a chance to close this thing out. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
The finals Finals are here and both teams are set. And now you can trade every game on Kalshi. New York is currently trading at 78% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out over $120 if they can close out the series. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers. And as the odds move, you can buy in or out anytime. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code ORANGE to get $10 when you trade $10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
San Antonio 11, New York 8, just over halfway through the first quarter of Game 5 in the NBA Finals. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Knicks bring in Landry Shamet for OG Anunoby, who's their leading scorer with 5. Attacking the basket to all right. Brunson drive and kick hard. A wide open 3 from the far corner. Off the front rim and a rebound for Vassell.
It's a good look, though, by Josh Hart. Shooters got to shoot to get hot, and shooters got to shoot to stay hot.
Harper down the lane, floater, front rim, backboard and in. High arcer over Towns. It's a 5-point Spurs lead. Before that last miss, Hart was actually 5 of his last 9 from 3, and he passed toward the middle. That was kicked by Cornette from the left corner, and the Knicks will get possession back with 5:27 to go in the first. They trail 13-8.
The reflexes by Cornette were solid, but that example of Josh Hart trying to get to Landry Shamet on the back cut is what I meant by making the Spurs pay for that defense being pressed up so far. Back cuts should be available.
Brunson on the left sideline with Harper defending, gets it toward midcourt for Hart. Vassell's on him. He shovels it back to Brunson at the center court logo. Shamet faked a screen. Brunson double teamed out to a wide open Hart. Swing it to Towns, far corner. Kick it to Hart on the wing. He'll pump fake, drive, caught in the air, out to Bridges. End of the shot clock, 3-pointer, short from the wing. Offensive rebound Hart, but then stripped to the foul line by Fox. On the other side, Johnson right perimeter. Barreling toward the lane, righty layup, missed it over Towns. A great contest from Cat, but his outlet was out of the reach of Bridges, stolen by Vassell, and Keldon Johnson's right wing 3 missed. Offensive rebound Cornette. He was tied up from behind by Bridges, and they'll call the loose ball foul on New York.
I understand the philosophy of spraying, but Luke Cornette is not Victor Wembanyama. And so instead of firing the ball out to the opposite corner after the dribble penetration by Josh Hart, just go ahead and see what happens there. You end up getting a grenade, a tough look by Mikal Bridges. On the other end, everybody's got to settle down a beat. You meet aggressive defense with aggressive and sound offense. Karl-Anthony Towns has the ability to dribble the ball off of a rebound. Settle down just a beat so that there are not unforced errors.
Well, here's the secret weapon from Wednesday. Jose Alvarado will check in for Mikal Bridges. A plus 17 in the fourth quarter on the night of his life for Jose Alvarado. Dylan Harper, reverse layup, scooped it in somehow over Landry Shamet. It's a 7-point San Antonio lead.
Harper's touch around the rim is just undeniable. He's so good.
Brunson Near midcourt, pressured by Harper. Screen from Shamet, pick and pop, Shamet out high. He'll attack the right elbow, couldn't get around Vassell though. 5 to shoot. Shot clock draining. Shamet steps back, right side pump fake, takes his 3, bricked it, and a shot clock violation. Knicks turn it over for the 3rd time, and they are 2 for 15 from the field. And with 4:18 to go in the first quarter, they trail by 7.
This defense is causing them to get a little bit out of character. There needs to be more actions in the offense to make sure, to force the Spurs defense to figure out how they want to guard. Right now, there's just too much one-on-one basketball.
The Spurs built their big lead with ridiculous shot making in Game 4. They built this lead with ridiculous defense in Game 5. Johnson, middle of the paint, nowhere to go. Out to Fox for a left wing 3. Too much. Rebound tipped around. Hart had it, lost it. Cornette got it. Then a kick ball apparently on New York. Yes, looked like Jalen Brunson got a shoe on it. So even though it went out of bounds initially off of San Antonio, it'll stay with the Spurs. OG Anunoby coming back in. Towns and Hart are out, and Robinson into the game for the first time. That means it is Brunson, Alvarado, Shamet, Anunoby, and Robinson. No Victor Wembanyama on the court, and so far, no problem for San Antonio. Champagne to the foul line, stripped by Anunoby. Racing up court from left to right. Met at the hoop by Harper, almost stripped, powered through, but missed a layup. And the rebound secured by Cornette.
Did the Knicks stop because they thought they heard a whistle?
Anunoby pointed to his ear, and on the other end, a turnover from Fox. He spun in midair at the dotted line and bounced past one out of the reach of Johnson underneath the hoop.
Listen, the last couple of plays that ended Game 4 leave little room for commentary on OG Anunoby's athleticism, but I did think he gathered his dribble maybe one step too soon on that last layup attempt.
Knicks ball in the front court right. Alvarado runs the point. Try to cross over Cornette on the right wing. No luck. He lost the ball, got it back to Brunson. He'll drive middle of the lane, lefty floater off the front rim. That's a shot he makes in his sleep, but he's 1 for 4 tonight. Spurs the other way, up by 7. 3:13 left. First quarter, Game 5. They run a play for a wide open Keldon Johnson 3, and he drains it from the right corner. And for the 5th time in 5 games in the finals, the San Antonio Spurs have a 10-point lead in the first quarter. Has it led to success in 3 of the 4 games? No. Knicks are 2 of 17 from the field. Anunoby, a 3 off the dribble right wing, front rim miss, offensive rebound Robinson. Pops it past to the near corner for Alvarado, back up top for Brunson. 9 to shoot. Marked by Johnson. To the far side wing, inside out dribble, try to split a double team, but Champagne poked it away. Robinson almost stole it, but it's Johnson on the race. He'll hand off to the right corner, and Champagne back rim to 3. Now it's Shamet wants to build some speed. Brunson spinning to the near wing, stopped by Harper. Trying to get toward the baseline, half spin, fade away, long 2, good. Maybe that gets Brunson in rhythm. He's got 5. It's back to an 8-point game.
If this thing continues to be largely one-on-one basketball, Jalen Brunson is probably the one you trust the most for the Knicks to actually be able to be effective in that format.
Harper up top, defended by Anunoby, picked up by Brunson on a screen from Champagne. Into the near corner, no one picked up Champagne for 3. In and out on the triple, he was wide open.
Miscommunication between Brunson and Anunoby after the screen for Harper on the ball.
Knicks got away with one there. San Antonio 2 of 9 from 3. Alvarado tried a bank shot floater from the right side, mid-range, missed it. Offensive rebound Robinson, and he's wrapped up by Cornette on the putback to force Robinson to the free throw line on the other side of the break. The Knicks have taken 20 shots in this game. They have made 3 of them. Perhaps a win that they're only down by 8. 1:40 left in this opening quarter. Knicks, of course, would love another road closeout blowout. They've closed out the previous 3 series by 30-plus points. The Spurs are a much different animal with their season on the line. It's 18-10 San Antonio with exactly 100 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Hoops fans, let's clear the glass. Citywide window cleaning. Third generation, 50-plus years serving Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Hoboken, and Jersey City. Commercial or residential, we go full court with private home cleanings, empty apartment turnarounds, and monthly amenity spaces. Property managers, resident managers, private tenants, book annual or bi-yearly cleanings. We treat your windows like our own. No job too big or small. Get a quote at cwwindow.com. Citywide, see the city like it's courtside.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America. New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile, plus home and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply. Offer ends July 29th, 2026.
1:40 remaining in the first quarter. Knicks trail the Spurs 18-10. Mitchell Robinson will have 2 free throws at the basket to our right. And here's a theory for you, Monica.
Talk to me.
Mitchell Robinson is shooting 30% from the line in the playoffs, but the Knicks tonight are shooting 15% from the field. So based off what we've seen, there's twice as good a chance of Robinson making a shot at the line than what we've seen from the Knicks. They're 3 of 20.
I see what you did there. I'm going to go with it because optimism wins.
First shot, back rim miss. Victor Wembanyama into the game. They took him out early, just 6 minutes in, after playing 44 minutes out of a possible 48 in Game 4. Knicks lineup is Brunson, Alvarado, Anunoby, Shamet, and Robinson.
It's interesting to note on the Wembanyama thing, of the 48 fourth-quarter minutes in this series, he has played in 47 of them as Mitchell Robinson misses the second free throw.
He's 17 of 58 for the playoffs. 18-10 Spurs. They've got the ball from right to left. San Antonio in white, New York in blue. Fox left elbow crosses over Anunoby. Pull-up jumper from the dotted line, rolls in. It's a 20-10 Spurs lead. Brunson gets a screen from Robinson to get across midcourt and to elude Stephon Castle. It's Alvarado now on the far side perimeter. Screen from Robinson, pick and roll. Alvarado dribbles in a circle to the top of the arc. Finds Brunson at center court. Has Champagnie on him, left point. He'll launch a 3 off the dribble and connects. Jalen Brunson, a long triple. He's got 8 points. It's a 7-point game.
Julian Champagnie in games 1 and 2 was a matchup that he found to be very favorable.
Wembanyama left wing, a catch and shoot 3. Front rim, backboard, no. Rebound, Anunoby.
Thought Castle got away with a push in the back there on Anunoby.
Would have been his second foul. Brunson slashing to the foul line. Tripped up from behind by Champagnie. He winds up on his back, no call. Then he gets tied up, and they say jump ball.
Isn't a trip almost always a whistle? Not almost. Isn't a trip always a whistle?
And Scott Foster, the head official, usually calls a pretty clean game. Of course, Brunson almost never at an advantage on a jump ball. We'll see who they award the tie-up. It's Stephon Castle. He is 6'5". Brunson listed at 6'2". It is a 7-point San Antonio lead. The Knicks are 4 of 21 from the field. That's 19%. But Brunson, 2 out of 2 from downtown. So he has now made 8 of his last 14 three-pointers. And if that continues, the Knicks are in good shape. At the foul line right, ball is tipped up, batted around, and comes back to Castle off a ricochet from Wembanyama. It's De'Aaron Fox now to the left wing. 35 seconds to go, first quarter. Baseline drive on Shamet. Spins into a post-up. Whips a pass to the right angle. Pump fake from Vassell. And then a whistle and a foul on the floor against OG Anunoby, apparently, for whacking him in the face inadvertently. Just the first foul on Anunoby.
Stopped the basket.
Sure did.
It's one perspective.
The Knicks no longer have a foul to give. Neither do the Spurs. Just 28 seconds to go in the first quarter. Inbound to Fox, 12 on the shot clock. Speeds toward the left elbow, spins away from Brunson. Kick out Champagnie, right wing three. It's good. Julian Champagnie's been slumping the last couple of games, but that's a big three to make it a 10-point game with the shot clock off in the first quarter. Alvarado runs the point again, left wing, fell down. Almost kept his dribble, but lost it. Finds Brunson out high, 8 to shoot. Driving toward Castle, spins right elbow, pump fake, leans in, back out to Alvarado. A logo three, front rim, no. Off the mark at the end of the first quarter, and the Knicks are held to 13 points in the first 12 minutes of Game 5. Going just 4 of 22 from the field. They trail by 10.
On one hand, you should not be surprised. This was an outstanding defense. In fact, one of the league's best, 1 or 2 in terms of rankings over the course of the regular season, and that has continued into this postseason. You also knew that this was a group that had a lot of pride about themselves, and they were not going to let this one go without a fight that suited the magnitude of the moment. The Knicks, however, for as poorly as they have shot offensively, just to be down 10 points is actually not a bad spot to be in this one. So I'm sure that they will use this break to regroup and figure out some ways to make this offense a little bit easier. My thought, Tyler, is always on the defensive end. If they can get some turnovers and get out and capitalize on that, it should help to open things up.
Quite a conundrum. We've talked a lot the last 48 hours about the importance of getting off to a good start. And the Knicks have a 3-1 lead in the series, and they are 0 for 4 in getting off to good starts. This Knicks Timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. Special guest is with us next for the second quarter. Knicks down 10 after 1. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup. The largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today. Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fewest points in a quarter this postseason. Knicks have just 13 points after one. As we go to the second quarter, brought to you by Hand & Stone. Hand & Stone relaxation that fits real life. Book today at handandstone.com. Spurs ball up 10 from right to left. Fox misses a straight on three. Rebound Towns. We're honored to welcome back Walt Clyde Frazier, the two-time Hall of Famer, for our second quarter broadcast here in San Antonio.
Yep, good to be back with you guys. Knicks got to get it going, folks.
Anunoby driving kick. Towns from the right wing to the left wing, swinging around near corner. Alvarado's three is blocked by Wembanyama. That's his fourth of the game already.
I love the energy of Jose Alvarado, but that's just not a smart shot.
Carter Bryant, the rookie, on the right side. Drive was sealed off by Shamet. He picks up Castle now. Top of the arc. Passes left to Fox. Extra feed to the near corner for Champagnie. Pump fake. Takes the three. Rattles it in. Anunoby on the flyby. Bid on the pump fake. And the Spurs are doubling up the Knicks in Game 5, 26-13.
So Champagnie's best performance in this series was in Game 2 when he went 4 of 9 from the three-point line. He's returning to that energy so far, having knocked down 2 already.
Teflon defense by the Knicks. You don't expect that from OG. That time in the left corner was Champagnie. Faked the ball fake, and there went OG going by him. So the Knicks have to tighten up their D. All the Knicks that have played, folks, have a plus, minus, minus. So this is how pathetic they're playing right now.
Well, both teams have taken 23 shots. The Spurs have made 10. The Knicks have made 4.
And we have them right where we want them, Tom.
We laugh, but technically you're correct based off the series. Towns a baseline drive, pump fake, 2 guys go in the air. He finds a cutting Shamet. He got rejected in the lane by Wembanyama. That is 5 blocks now in 9 minutes, and they say it's off of Shamet out of bounds.
It's hard to deal with Victor Wembanyama when you can't get it going from the three-point line.
Especially when you're driving right into him in the painted area, 6 feet away.
Castle spins to the paint, got pulled down from behind by Alvarado, and the whistle of foul on the Knicks backup point guard. 26-13 Spurs, 10:24 to go in the second.
You know, one of my thought points in this one is forcing these guys into turnovers so that you can capitalize. The Spurs had 3 turnovers in that first quarter. The Knicks did not score off of them at all. Meanwhile, the Knicks' 6 turnovers allowed 7 points to the Spurs offense.
And the block shots, so they're not generating any offense right now.
Yep. Statistically, a block shot is not necessarily a turnover, but basically, yeah.
Wembanyama already halfway to the NBA Finals block record. Dwight Howard had 9. Spurs ball from right to left, up by 13. Shamet comes out, Bridges comes in. He had a big game last time the Knicks were here, 20 points in Game 2.
Castle looking for his first hoops of the night.
He won't get it here. Blocked by Towns on the left block, but a rebound from Wembanyama saved to Castle. He got blocked by Anunoby. Loose ball to Wembanyama, who threw a wild shot off the side of the backboard at the end of the shot clock, and the Knicks will take over.
I do like the defensive energy on the ball with Deuce McBride and Jose Alvarado out here on the floor. Karl-Anthony Towns did a great job on the back line that time as a reinforcement.
Yeah, we mentioned last time the Swiss cheese defense. At that time, a very good effort by the Knicks.
It is Alvarado, McBride, Bridges, Towns, and Anunoby, and they're going to call an 8-second violation on Jose Alvarado. Could not get it across midcourt in time. He was pressured just before he got to that center court logo, lost it for a moment, and Dylan Harper got the job done.
That play indicative of the Knicks' first quarter. Inept, incompetent, incoherent, not getting the ball up the court, and you don't expect that from Jose.
They have turned the ball over 7 times now. It's led to 7 San Antonio points. Castle, left wing, pick and pop Wembanyama. Catch and drive up top, met by Towns. Ball poked free, a rejection for Karl-Anthony Towns. Alvarado racing ahead from left to right. Darts to the rim. Kicks it near corner. Bridges around for Towns, top of the key. Pump fake and a drive by Wembanyama. Nowhere to go. Picked it up at the elbow on the right side. Now out to Alvarado. Back to that same elbow. Takes Bryant to the rim and a right-hand layup. Would not go clean off glass.
Riveting defense by the Spurs.
Knicks are 4 of 25 from the field. Harper fouled hard and a layup by Anunoby on the other end. And that's 2 fouls on OG Anunoby. 26-13 San Antonio. Both defenses playing well so far in the second quarter, but the Knicks desperate to get their offense going, down 13.
The cadence of this series has been the tale of two halves. I don't know if that's something you necessarily game plan around, but I do wonder how long San Antonio can maintain this level of defense.
Harper has been prolific coming off the bench. So he makes his first free throw, has one more coming.
Dylan Harper, a huge second quarter on Wednesday. 5 out of 5 from the field. He made all 3 of his three-pointers. 13 of his 19 points came in the second.
Only 20 years of age. Pedigree player. Seen his father around most of the games.
They've had to play him 32 minutes a night these last 3 games. Normally about 25, 26 minutes, but this is the kind of matchup he's been able to thrive in. He gets both free throws, 15 points, San Antonio lead. Knicks were down 14 in game 1, 12 in game 2, and of course 29 in game 4. So nothing new for New York. Towns kicks it to the near corner. Hart dribbles out of it. Hands to Towns on the left wing, defended by Castle. Wants to take him toward the baseline. Now posting him up on the left block. 1 to shoot. Now he realizes it and hits a tough turnaround elbow jumper for 2. Only Karl Anthony Towns can do that. It's his first bucket.
Hopefully that one takes the lid off the basket a bit for the Knicks, because it was just as much hope and prayer as it was skill.
Well, that's how tough the defense has been by the Spurs.
It's a 13-point game now. Wembanyama straight on, looking around, passes left for Castle, return to Wembanyama, pump fakes a 3, takes a dribble inside the arc, dishes right to Harper, missed a right wing 3, tipped out by Wembanyama, secured initially by Towns, and then stripped out of bounds by Bryant, off of Towns, they'll say, and it stays with San Antonio.
So sure, a whole lot of contact as the ball was coming down.
Bryant is the other kid, folks, is only 20 years of age, first-round pick out of Arizona. So he's an excellent defender, that time giving the Spurs a second opportunity.
14th overall selection. A reminder that the Spurs team was in the lottery last year. Tyler Ford's going over toward the Spurs bench on the far sideline. Said a quick word before handing the ball to Stephon Castle. They're in the front court left with a 13-point lead. Inbound comes to Wembanyama on the right side perimeter, defended by Towns. Screen on the right, he'll take a 3, and he drilled it. Victor Wembanyama's first three-pointer. He's got a game-high 9, and the Spurs have a 16-point lead. Knicks ball from left to right, pass to Towns on the right side, pushed in the back by Wembanyama, and he'll get called for his second foul.
Foolish foul by Wembanyama, the right sideline. Towns trying to do nothing but catch the ball. And Wembanyama the culprit with the foul.
The Spurs are going to challenge this one again. Wembanyama is saying that Towns continues to clamp down on that arm. So far in the series, the Spurs have gotten these overturned versus Karl Anthony Towns. This one is going to be pivotal.
Yeah, right in front of the Knicks bench, the action was happening this time.
Here we go again. Either a pivotal second foul on Victor Wembanyama or a crucial second foul on Karl Anthony Towns. 31-15, San Antonio with the lead. 8:19 remaining in the second quarter. They're hitting deja vu territory on multiple levels here in Game 5. I guess Knicks fans can say, well, let's hope it continues based off what we saw in that historic comeback on Wednesday. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Well, stop me if you've heard this before. Call overturned from a Victor Wembanyama defensive foul to a Karl Anthony Towns offensive foul. So he's got 2, but for now, they will keep Cat on the floor in desperate search of an answer. 8:19 to go in the second quarter. It's a 31-15 San Antonio lead in Game 5. This is the Deuce McBride playing with the starters lineup. He's in for OG Anunoby, who has 2 fouls.
And the Knicks are searching for harmony with only 15 points. Not a lot of dishing and swishing going on.
A lot of time left, 8:15 remaining in the second quarter. Harper driving baseline on the far side, locked up by McBride, has to turn back toward the corner. Out to Bryant on the right wing. To the foul line he goes, and the ball was poked away by Brunson.
Bryant delivering right into the double team, right at the free throw line.
Towns out high, passes to his left for Brunson. Defended by Harper, backs up to midcourt. Screen from Towns, pick and pop Brunson around to the near corner for McBride. Backs up, looks around, Vassell's on him. He'll dribble toward the left wing.
Swarming Spur defense.
5 to shoot, drive and kick. Bridges, corner 3 is good from the left side. Mikal Bridges on the board. It's back to a 13-point game.
The corner 3 has been important to the Knicks through the course of the finals. They're shooting about 45% on the corner 3s and 54% from the left corner.
Strong drive from Castle, missed a layup. Rebound tipped out to Vassell, rimmed out a left corner 3, and Towns gets the rebound.
See if the Knicks can get some rhythm now.
31-18 San Antonio. Towns up top, catches, drives on Castle all the way to the rim, and a bank shot wouldn't go. Rebound batted around off of Castle. No, they'll say Hart hit it last. Hart still arguing with Scott Foster.
Yeah, Hart wants a challenge right in front of the Knicks bench. They're thinking about it.
Yeah, Brunson wanted a challenge too.
So they want to use one this early, though. They do not. Inbound to Harper. Spurs ball from right to left. They're up by 13. 7:10 to go in the second. Castle alone, top of the key. Missed a 3 wide right. Rebound Cat. Midcourt outlet to McBride. Can he find a way to get hot? Deuce McBride just 3 of 15 from 3 in the series.
The pace has quickened.
Brunson slashing to the lane with no Wembanyama. Missed a layup anyway over Castle and Vassell.
A lot of contact, no foul.
Yeah, Brunson unable to get that one up on the glass like he usually does.
Foul line pull up. Harper good over McBride. 33-18 San Antonio. They are watching Wembanyama's minutes much more carefully than they did in Game 4. Can the Knicks take advantage of that? Towns on the far side perimeter. Hands to Bridges in the corner. He'll drive to the foul line looking for his fadeaway. Couldn't get it, so it's up top to Hart for a three. He drilled it. That's a big one for Josh Hart, his first basket. It's back to a 12-point game.
I sure would like to see the Knicks sort of shift their offense to help create a lopsided floor for guys to attack. Everything is just allowing the Spurs to remain in sound help position, like the way you draw it up, almost like a zone.
Yeah, previously Bridges in the corner, Hart straight on with the hoop. So the three-ball propelling the Knicks now. Look like the Spurs turn it over, so the Knicks will have it in the backcourt.
Lights might be a little too bright for Luke Cornett right now. He fumbled a dribble handoff clean out of bounds along the left side wing, and now the Let's Go Knicks chant start up here in San Antonio.
Yeah, you can see the Knicks playing with a little more pizzazz now, a little more pep in their step.
And finally seeing some shots go down after starting 3 out of 20.
The Maestro going one-on-one now.
The right elbow trying to back down. Johnson crosses over to the baseline, drives the lane, lefty floater, no. Tipped by Robinson off of Cornett out of bounds. And the Knicks will keep it.
Robinson does a good job keeping the balls alive, so the Knicks will have it underneath.
And Cornett with back-to-back fumbled touches will come out of the game now for Victor Wembanyama. Now Cornett was questionable with an illness, but obviously he's playing through it. Inbound to Bridges left corner. Now Robinson on the wing. Looking for a handoff. He'll get it to Bridges as Harper tried to blow up the handoff. Bridges now left wing. Skipped it to the far corner. Hart couldn't drive past Fox, so he steps back for a right wing three. Grazing the front rim. Batted by Bridges out to Brunson. His three-pointer is good from the far side wing. Brunson's heating up from three. He's made all 3 of his triples. It's back to a 9-point game.
And so have the Knicks, 3 consecutive 3-balls now, propelling them back.
Bad shot from Wembanyama. Early shot clock foul line pull-up hits the front rim. Brunson now on the near wing. Into the corner for McBride. Robinson up top, hands to McBride. He'll launch a triple. Missed it too strong. He's 3 of 16 in the series. Vassell somehow slips through a double team left wing, but he blows the layup off the back rim. However, a whistle and a foul called on the rebound. No, count the basket. Hang on here.
Wait, what?
Was there a basket interference?
No.
Should be the Knick ball.
There's no basket interference.
They're saying Robinson tipped it off the rim when it was on the cylinder. So yes, Vassell will get the layup, even though he blew an easy one. Now that's a tough one. It was barely in the cylinder, but I suppose it was. The shot was not going to go in if Robinson didn't touch it, that's for sure. Knicks have the ball, 11-point deficit, final 5 minutes, second quarter. Brunson pull-up jumper, right elbow is good, he rattled it in. Brunson finding the range again, game high 13 points.
Maestro starting to percolate.
Knicks back within 9, 4:35 left.
Previously 3-ball, this time driving and thriving 15 feet away.
Wembanyama front rims a 3 from the top of the key.
One and done for the Spurs now.
Hart got the rebound. Brunson feeling it. Left wing crossover. Backs up on Vassell. Screen on his left from Bridges. Now he wants it on the other side. Spins away from it. Left side mid-range baseline pump fake. Now back out to Bridges on the wing. Brunson has it again in the corner. Defended by Johnson. Double team. Pulls up. Nails a two-pointer. 6 of 11 for Jalen Brunson. He cannot be stopped right now. It's a 7-point game.
Oh, captain, my captain. Jalen Brunson leading the way as the Knicks have gotten this thing under double digits here in the second quarter.
Brunson percolating.
Wembanyama throws up a wild shot over Robinson. Wouldn't go. Tipped the rebound 4 times, then came down with it. So Wembanyama back out towards center court. He wants to go one-on-one with Robinson in space. Cross over to the foul line. At the elbow, lost it, got it back. 3 to shoot. Left wing, Fox at the angle, hits the 3, end of the shot clock. That one hurts after great defense from Robinson. It's a 10-point lead.
Something like that is particularly deflating, but the Knicks have to continue, as I always say, chop wood, carry water. It is possession by possession.
38-28, San Antonio. Brunson, top of the arc, foul line. Fox on his hip floater, no, but a whistle and a foul. And it's on Victor Wembanyama. That is number 3. No, it's number 2 because of the challenge overturned on Karl Anthony Towns, beg your pardon.
Brunson invincible, indefensible now. We've seen this all year. We've seen it all series. So he's percolating now here in MVP chants as he goes to the line for 2.
This is just the 3rd trip for the Knicks to get to the free throw line.
Oh.
Brunson missed it.
Uncharacteristic.
Well, he missed 2 in Game 4, 2 in Game 3, but just 1 across the first 2 games combined. 15 points in 17 minutes for Brunson. Right away, you saw the Knicks' offensive struggles, starting 3 out of 20. And it felt like the kind of night that you're going to need Brunson to take over, especially with 2 more early fouls on Towns. Brunson gets a friendly roll on the second. So it's a 9-point game, 3:14 left in the second quarter. Is Brunson, Hart, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. Fox at the foul line, zips it past to the right corner for a Castle 3. Front rim, no. Rebound, Anunoby. He's playing with 2 fouls.
Castle still looking for his first hoop of the evening.
Towns has 2 fouls as well. Brunson out high, crosses over to his right hand, on the right wing, looking around. Vassell sticks with him into the near corner. Up top for Bridges, he'll launch a straight on 3, and connects. Mikal Bridges' second 3-pointer. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point game.
A subtle part of Mikal Bridges shooting the ball well is when he has the opportunity to step into his jump shot off the move a bit.
Castle drove past Hart, met by Towns, foul on Towns. That's number 3.
And the Villanova connection now erupting for the Knicks. Brunson, Hart, and Bridges. We mentioned Castle has yet to score a hoop. This time he gets penetration to get to the line for 2.
But he just made a huge play to draw that 3rd foul on Towns. And once he beat Hart off the dribble, he put Towns in an impossible position. So he'll be out for the rest of the half, but only 2:34 remaining before the end of the second quarter. It is San Antonio 38, New York 32. A 16-point lead is down to 6. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Is the stress of a Game 7 giving your skin a full court press? Tired of trying to coach yourself through skincare trends? Between slugging, serums, and retinoids, it's easy to get confused. Don't try to be the MVP of skincare. Go see a pro. At Hand & Stone, they handle the defense so you can enjoy the glow. Book your facial at handandstone.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spas. Terms and conditions apply. Hand & Stone. Expert care for every season.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America. New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrivewell location near you. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
San Antonio 38, New York 32. 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Jalen Brunson's got 16 points. 8 of them have come in the 6 minutes he's played in the second quarter. And without his contributions, the Knicks will be really in trouble. 6 of 11 from the field. He's made all 3 of his 3-pointers. Even with that, the Knicks are shooting just 29% from the field. But very much alive as we welcome you back to San Antonio with Monica McNutt, the Hall of Famer Walt Clyde Frazier, I'm Tyler Murray.
Here's a quirky stat. The Knicks scored 32 points in the fourth quarter in Game 4. And, of course, they are stuck on 32 here with 2:34 left to go in this second quarter.
I'm really surprised if this team would allow Brunson to beat them. He's the only guy scoring. They're not looking to double him and get the ball out of his hand.
I saw 2 doubles so far in the ball game.
Yeah, but I mean, they shouldn't allow him to take any shots. Who else is scoring for the Knicks right now? No one. Excellent job again by the captain.
We hit that last media timeout when Stephon Castle drew the third foul on Karl Anthony Towns. So Cat is out. Robinson's in with Brunson, Bridges, Hart, and Anunoby. Castle hit the first free throw, and he makes the second. That's no surprise. He was 8 of 8 all in the second half when they desperately needed his free throw shooting on Wednesday. Knicks ball down 8, 2.5 to go in this second quarter. Bridges, left wing three. That's off the heel. Rebound, Champagnie. That left him alone, so he took a rare off the dribble three-pointer. Now with his Fox at midcourt, zips a pass to the right angle for Castle. Baseline drive on Brunson, rising to the rim, missed it short. Rebound popped in the air by Robinson, and it comes to Brunson. Knicks from left to right in blue, San Antonio in white. Brunson trying to continue his takeover. Double teamed on the left block, out to Hart. Now it's a left wing three for Bridges. In and out, that one halfway down.
Bridges missed his last 2 now. Previous to the left side, 15 feet away.
Both of them have been quality looks, though.
And made 2 of his first 3.
And you like to see him taking those shots. He's open.
Fox to the dotted line, steps back to the foul line, back rimmed and off the dribble jumper, long rebound, Anunoby. Out to Brunson, left wing, steps into a 3. In and out, around the rim, and it popped free. That would have made him 4 for 4. Spurs ball up 8, 90 seconds to go in this second quarter. Castle now to the right elbow, between the legs, dribble to the foul line, hop step into the opposite elbow, bounce pass to Cornette inside, poked away from behind by Anunoby. It's Hart off to the races, got pushed in the back hard by Fox. He scooped it up and in two-handed. Unbelievable three-point play opportunity for Josh Hart.
A number of Knicks are signaling that this one should be reviewed. I agree. That was a hard shove in the back on the part of Fox.
With OG Anunoby, folks, in the painted area on the defense, forcing the turnover, allowing the Knicks to get in transition. And Hart showing omnipotence. He was shoved, but was able to finish the basket on the left side.
And just 2 nights after missing the most wide-open layup of his life, he just hit the craziest layup we've ever seen him hit in orange and blue. It is a 6-point game. Hart will get at least 1 free throw, but if this is upgraded to a flagrant, the Knicks might get to, or they would get to keep possession.
And that play rejuvenating the Knicks faithful here. They're on their feet yelling, "Let's go Knicks, let's go Knicks."
Now, flagrant or not, Clyde, it was when Victor Wembanyama maybe inadvertently elbowed Karl Anthony Towns in the chin 9 minutes to go in the third quarter of Game 4. At that point, it was a 29-point lead for San Antonio, and then the Knicks, after that Wemby flagrant, outscored the Spurs 55-25 the rest of the game. Of course, a 30-point turnaround to win the game by 1. And it doesn't have to always be an actual flagrant. Sometimes it can just be an incident like this where the Knicks got fired up because of what felt like a less than clean push in the back from De'Aaron Fox.
Well, that actually was right in front of their end of the court. So they had a bird's eye view.
A low-flying bird's eye view, no question. Scott Foster took the headset off, and he approaches the microphone for the call.
After he do, it's been determined that the foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1 for 2 hands shoved to the back while the driver was with speed with potential for injury. The ball went in. Therefore, this is 2 to make 1 for Josh Hart, and they will retain possession of the ball.
2 to make 1. That means if Hart misses the first, he gets a chance to take another, and the Knicks will get the ball back. And Monica, you wonder if frustration's creeping in for De'Aaron Fox. He was the scapegoat at the end of Game 4. He's 2 of 7 here in Game 5. He's supposed to be the veteran on this team, and that was yet another play more becoming of a rookie.
Yeah, you know, we talked about the collective inexperience, and while he is the veteran by age on this group, this is uncharted territory for him in his personal basketball career, and he's struggled mightily in this series. Outside of Game 3, he probably had his best game.
Also, Castle has been lethargic.
Yeah.
He was the guy who turned the ball over. OG coming up with the steal. Hart makes the free throw, so the Knicks will have it along the left sideline.
That's a great call on Castle, Clyde. He's 0 for 7 from the field tonight.
Yep. Worth saying about Fox is Hart makes the free throw. He is a thoughtful, intelligent, caring young man, De'Aaron Fox. So he's not going to ever get a reputation for dirty play.
Where do we go with that? Okay.
Bridges left wing and crosses to the dotted line. Floater is good, and the Knicks come away with a 5-point possession to make this a 3-point game as we hit the final minute of the second quarter.
And Bridges moving and grooving now. Normally the 3-ball, this time driving and thriving off the right side.
Harper on the right side, attacks the right elbow, spins, pulls up, missed it over Anunoby. Rebound initially handled by Champagnie, fell out of bounds. Are they going to call a loose ball foul on Hart? Yes, they are. 47.2 remaining. The good news for the Knicks is that will not send him to the free throw line. They had a foul to give, but no longer, and just the first foul on Hart.
Well, that shows you how good they've been playing defense. Normally the Knicks would be in the penalty now. That action right in front of the Spurs bench. Both players diving, striving, but the Spurs will inbound.
40-37 San Antonio. Vassell will inbound to Fox in the front court left. High ball screen from Cornette. On the right wing, Fox, left-hand dribble to the top of the arc, almost stripped by Anunoby, but he kept his bounce. Steps back for a right point three. Back rim, no. Rebound, Hart. 33 left in the second quarter. Knicks would have to hurry quite a bit for a 2-for-1. They will take their time here. Anunoby at the left side perimeter. Kick out to the other corner for Bridges. Up top, Hart. He'll drive to the foul line on Harper. Spins, stops, righty floater off the front rim. Tipped by Robinson. Hart got a piece of it, but it comes to Fox with 13 to play.
Obviously, the Knicks no fouls to give.
6 on the game clock. Fox out high to the foul line. Kicks it right. Vassell sidesteps to the stripe. Left elbow. Pull-up jumper. Got it at the buzzer. Devin Vassell gives San Antonio a 5-point lead at the half. But the Knicks, after trailing by 16, have more than made this a ball game. They have sent a reminder to this young Spurs team that no lead, no matter how large, is anywhere close to safe against the 2026 New York Knicks.
Todd, we told you we have him right where we want him now. We got him right there.
Right as always, Clyde.
Yes, sir.
Monica, your thoughts on the first half before we send it to Pat O'Keefe?
It wasn't necessarily the urgent and desperate start on the part of the Knicks that you would have liked to see, but after overcoming an 18% shooting performance in the first quarter, to be within a 2-possession ball game at halftime, I think you'll take it. Now time for Ingredients to Victory, brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. And we're going to look at the captain, Jalen Brunson, who helped to lead the way to bring the Knicks back into contention in this ball game with 16 first half points. Those were the Ingredients to Victory, brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. Calandra's Bakery, just 4 simple ingredients and still made by hand since 1962. Available fresh daily at your local supermarket.
Stay tuned for the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter, hosted by Pat O'Keefe. Clyde Frazier, your final thoughts?
Well, we like the perseverance of the Knicks, the resiliency. They've shown it all series, and they just have to keep it up. Keep doing what they're doing, folks.
Thanks for being here. It's very fun.
Thanks, Clyde.
An honor to have the Hall of Famer. That's the second quarter, brought to you by Hand and Stone. Pat O'Keefe is coming up next. Knicks down 5 as we go to halftime. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Replacing your home's AC system isn't exactly pocket change. Let's be real. Most people don't have thousands of dollars just lying around. And that's why Slomin's makes staying cool affordable. Right now, Slomin's central air conditioning makes it easier than ever to upgrade without blowing your budget. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacements, and refrigerant. So there are no surprise costs down the road. Whether your system is outdated, your electric bills are through the roof, or your AC finally called it quits, Slomin's has a solution that works and a payment plan that actually makes sense. Call 516-932-7000. That's 516-932-7000. Or visit ac.slomans.com to schedule your free estimate today. Slomin's Central Air Conditioning. Because comfort shouldn't come with a price you can't afford. 18-month promo period. No payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. Now, here's Pat O'Keefe.
Halfway home in game number 5 here in San Antonio as we welcome you to the Knicks halftime report powered by ZipRecruiter. Well, once again, the Knicks fell behind by double digits in the first quarter. They've trailed by as many as 16 points in the game so far, but your halftime score is Spurs 42, Knicks 37, well within striking distance to capture their first NBA championship since 1973. Pat O'Keefe with you from Frost Bank Center as we are now joined by Alan Hahn to break down the first half and look ahead to half number 2. Alan, you and I, a different conversation certainly than the one we had the other night at halftime at the Garden. Really tough start for the Knicks offensively considering how the Spurs came out defensively. So how should we feel the Knicks being down by 5 right now?
It's remarkable that they're down by 5, and it just shows you that as hard as the Spurs came out playing defense and really affecting the Knicks and making them hesitate a lot offensively, you have the captain, and Brunson carried them through that and got them back into rhythm. And so the Spurs defense against Brunson is not working. And that's the part that I think that's your optimism. They're going to have to do something and adjust. And when they do, that's going to open it for other people. And those other people got to start knocking down shots. The Knicks defense, though, you have to understand, has also been very good. Just not as incredible as the Spurs defense was in that first quarter. But the fact that you held the Spurs to 42 points, that they have 8 turnovers, and you scored 11 points off their turnovers, you're actually winning that. Because the Knicks have 9 turnovers. They have more turnovers, but they've only yielded 10 points off it. So I do think those are the areas, and, of course, the saving grace, the three-point shooting for the Knicks. 7 for 16 was the start. They missed their last 3, 2 rimmed out. But those three-point shooting and Jalen Brunson allowed them to stay in the game. But these are two teams getting after it defensively right now in a game that you know for both teams is everything.
It's a very physical game. It seems like they're letting a lot go on both ends. What do you think of the physicality, and what do you think about the way the Knicks have handled that?
I think this is what you'd want if you're the Knicks. I know at times it can be frustrating. I don't understand the overturn on the Towns offensive foul that it looked like Wembanyama. I don't know if that's marginal contact because his arm is coming down to make contact, and then Towns hooks, which we all know. Why did he hook? Why bother even hooking there? But he did, and when they review it, it almost seems every time they're going to overturn it when they see him hook. That part of the physicality, that's away from the basket. But the rest of it, I mean, Pat, this has been this series, has it not? This series has been a very physical, nasty series. And as long as the Knicks are allowed to do the same things, and that includes wearing down Wembanyama, I'm all for it. I'd rather that than too many whistles.
Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. Spurs lead the Knicks 42-37 at the half, and it's time now for the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon.
Bridges now, left wing, skipped it to the far corner. Hart couldn't drive past Fox, so he steps back for a right wing three, grazing the front rim. Batted by Bridges out to Brunson. His three-pointer is good from the far side wing. Brunson's heating up from three. He's made all three of his triples. It's back to a 9-point game.
And Alan, you mentioned they don't have an answer right now for Jalen Brunson. He has nearly half of the Knicks' total points with 16 to lead all scorers.
He's the one guy that you saw from the start of the game when he made his first shot locked in. And that's the most important guy to me. And he's basically saying, I'll get us through this. Eventually, though, he's going to need some guys to get on the bus with him. He's driving it right now. And you needed that to survive this series. That's what makes him a great player. But you do now need to see Josh Hart not hesitate when he shoots the basketball. Mikal Bridges a little better in that second quarter, but the same thing with him. You got to be ready to shoot. And Karl Anthony Towns has had a struggle here early on. He has got to wake it up as well. And one more thing, Pat, you got 0 points off the bench right now. That has not been the story in this series. The Knicks bench has been good in this series, but right now you have got to find somebody off the bench that can provide some offense when they're in the game, because you cannot survive without any production off your bench.
That's a great point. It's been different guys throughout the series. It's been nobody so far today. Shamet Alvarado, Robinson, and Deuce McBride are a combined 0 for 8. But Jalen Brunson was the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon. Aged longer and never watered down. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly. On the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter, the Spurs lead the Knicks 42-37. Halftime of game number 5. Allen, the Knicks right now are in the locker room, 6 points and 24 minutes away from an NBA championship. What adjustments do you want to see them make in the second half?
Well, I'm curious to see what they do with what the Spurs have been doing defensively. They've got to find some way to break this pressure that they're putting on them. I'm curious to see it. I know that 2-3 zone, they'll try to throw it into the nail and try to get some cutters, but the Spurs have been very good even on the weak side. The Knicks picked on the weak side in the fourth quarter of that amazing comeback in Game 4. Adjustments have been a big part of the story here, not just game to game, but in halftimes as well. We've seen the Knicks turn things around the second half of these games. They're certainly going to have to do it again, and that to me is the most fascinating thing about right now, is if you're the Knicks in that locker room, you were down by 27 points in the last game, and you told yourselves to believe. To me, you're only down by 5 points in this game. You have not played well. They have every reason to believe, because they have applied pressure to this young Spurs team in crunch time. And this young Spurs team has not handled it well for the better part of this series. Keep it close and see if they can handle the pressure, because the Knicks know, they believe when they have the ball and it's a close game late, they know they can close it out.
Alan, depending on the next 24 minutes, yours could be a post-game show unlike any other. Enjoy the second half and enjoy the work afterwards.
Yours as well, Pat, for sure. Thanks
you. Thanks a lot. There's Alan Hahn at the break. The Knicks do trail the Spurs 42-37, but they were down by as many as 16 points and right now are well within striking distance. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Pat O'Keefe with you at Frostbank Center. Halftime of Game 5. Knicks trail the Spurs 42-37. Stream Knicks pre- and post-game coverage during the playoffs, plus hours of on-demand content anywhere you go. Download the Gotham Sports app. It's free with your MSG TV subscription. Sign in and start streaming today. So in the first half, Jalen Brunson with 16 points and Mikal Bridges had 8. Josh Hart scored 6 points. 5 of those came on one possession. where he scored, hit a free throw, and hit the free throw. The Knicks scored afterwards as the Spurs were assessed with a flagrant foul. But as Alan mentioned, no scoring off the bench for the Knicks so far. On the other side, Victor Wembanyama, 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots in the first half. And that was the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. When you're hiring, never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter. Try ZipRecruiter free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. The Knicks could be 1/2 away from an NBA championship. They trail at the break 42-37 in San Antonio. Tyler and Monica will take you the rest of the way, and I'll be back with you on the postgame show. Enjoy the rest of the game, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. The second half is coming right up.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser beverage from New Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
The second half is about to begin, and it's brought to you by Nissan. Every Nissan is designed for people who refuse to settle for less. So take life by the wheel and drive it like you mean it. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray, and that's the most low-scoring half we've seen all postseason, Monica, 42-37. So if you're a Knicks fan, you're thinking exactly what a gentleman yelled at us right after the first half ended.
Which is what? You heard him?
Only 37 points, and you're only down by 5. You have to feel good about that. What's your take on the situation?
I think every quarter presents a new challenge. What we've seen through this series is the tale of 2 halves in one category or another, whether it's three-point shooting, free throw attempts, rebounding, but it greatly impacts the outcome of the game. I would agree, though, for it to just be a 5-point game, having held the Spurs offense to 42 points in the first half, you're not all too upset about that if you're the New York Knicks. Now, you don't want to repeat the sluggish start offensively of the first quarter, and perhaps this is a group that just needs the first 2 quarters to warm up to avoid that here in the third.
Of course, the Spurs can tell themselves we only shot 34% from the field in the first half, and we're winning this game by 5. Turnovers were a big swing point in the Knicks' favor in that second quarter. Now it's pretty much even in terms of giveaways and points off turnovers. It will be San Antonio ball from left to right to begin the second half. Castle top of the arc. lobs a pass to Wembanyama, or he tried to, but it hit the back rim, and then the whistle, a quick foul, I believe, on Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, that's number 4 on Cat. Only been able to play 15 minutes in the game, and that's going to continue as Mitchell Robinson will come in 15 seconds into the third. There's a bit of a push from Cat, but
before Cat reaches back, Wembanyama is pushing off.
Man, I wonder if that's worth challenging. There really isn't much there.
Nope.
The ball's already inbounded. Going to have to be a big third quarter from Mitchell Robinson. He's done it before. Near corner Fox, a catch and shoot 3. Too strong, rebound tipped by Wembanyama, but into the hands of Hart. Knicks attacking the basket to our left. Down by 5 after trailing by 16. Anunoby, a 3 from the corner. Front rim miss, rebound Wembanyama. He's got 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Spurs ball. Up 5. Wembanyama, left wing, caught in the air, throws a pass to Castle, who pushed Brunson in the back just to catch the ball to the near side mid-range. And McCall Stephon Castle for his second foul. Knicks will take over.
We came into this one talking a lot about the energy of Victor Wembanyama on 2 days rest. And Stephon Castle has been an interesting case study, if you will, in this one. Offensively, not much of an impact. He is a +3. He has just 2 points. Defensively, he's been consistent. But I wonder where his head is in tonight's contest.
Defending Brunson now on the left side perimeter. Hooks a pass to the foul line for Robinson. Gets it out to the right wing for Bridges. Top of the key, pick and roll with Robinson. Right block Bridges, fuller with the right hand. Around and in over Wembanyama. Mikal Bridges with 10 points. It's a 3-point game.
Ooh.
De'Aaron Fox swings it around for Champagnie. Left corner 3, got it over Bridges. Julian Champagnie, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Remember, he started 5 of 6 from downtown in the series before cooling off. Spurs by 6. Robinson left wing. They're giving him all kinds of room. He hands off to Brunson to his left. Pick and roll again. Foul line. Brunson pulls up for a tough 2 and drains it. Around and down with a soft touch. 4-point game.
Mikal Bridges getting going in this one. Remember the game that the Knicks lost.
Offensive foul is called. It's going to be Julian Champagnie with an illegal screen trying to spring Castle free over midcourt. Call was sold by Hart, and the second offensive foul in the last 3 possessions for San Antonio gives it back to New York.
This is what I was talking about in the first half in terms of the Knicks' aggression matching the aggression of the San Antonio Spurs.
And they find a way to hang around with Karl Anthony Towns sitting with more foul trouble. Bridges will take it across midcourt this time thanks to the help of a Robinson screen. Almost fumbled it near corner. They do get it to Robinson up top, who hands it to Brunson. Matched up with Wembanyama now, right wing, 7 to a 3, missed it wide right. Rebound Robinson. Out to Brunson at midcourt, made a tough right-hand catch to keep it alive. 9 on the shot clock now. Pick and pop Anunoby up top. No slash to the foul line. Almost lost it. And a fadeaway from the stripe was altered by Wembanyama. He tried to pass out of it, and it's stolen by San Antonio. On the other end, Wembanyama scores and 1. He's pushed in the back by Robinson. Wemby beat him down court. It's a 47-41 Spurs lead with a free throw coming. 9:42 remaining in the third.
They're probably going to review this one. Wouldn't surprise me if it is not. It would surprise me if it's not upgraded.
Checking to see if this foul meets criteria for a flagrant foul.
Similar call to what was upgraded when De'Aaron Fox pushed Josh Hart in the back. Also on an and 1. We'll take one quick look on our monitors. And similar, but a less forceful push from Mitchell Robinson. It doesn't mean it's not going to be upgraded, but I can't call this the exact same thing. There was no follow-through, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I think the potential for danger is still there. So this will be a swing point here.
Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Knicks had got it down to a 3-point game on a floater from Mikal Bridges, but Victor Wembanyama came back down with the 3-point play. Knicks just trying to survive with Wembanyama on the floor and Towns off the floor. Those have been tough minutes for them in this series. Here's Scott Foster again.
After review, determined that the foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. Mitchell Robinson deemed to have pushed Wembanyama in the back unnecessarily while he was airborne and prone to injury. Therefore, the bucket will count. Wembanyama will shoot 2 to make 1, and they will retain possession of the ball.
You nailed it, Monica. Flagrant foul on Mitchell Robinson. Not what the Knicks were hoping for when he came into the game, and with the fourth foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. But they don't have many options. They tried Ariel Hukporti for 3 minutes off the bench in Game 4. Scoreless with one block shot. Even saw Jeremy Sohan for a spell.
I actually didn't mind the energy of Ariel Hukporti in Game 4, but you're right, in a short stint, and I think that's worth noting.
So Wembanyama will get 2 free throws to make one shot. 6-point lead right now. Again, the Knicks have to feel good just to be back within 10 points after trailing by 16 early. At the right side foul line, Wembanyama misses the first. But for the Spurs, that's the beauty of the 2 to make 1. No harm done as long as he makes the second.
You know, Tyler, there's only been 15 total fast break points in this entire contest. The breakdown is 10-5 in favor of the Spurs. We talked about it a little bit at halftime. Nothing out of the Knicks bench unit yet in this one.
Wembanyama able to hit the second, so they do get the 3-point play and possession. 7-point game. There was 8.5 to go in the second quarter when the Spurs had their 16-point lead. That is still their largest advantage. Far sideline inbound from Vassell to Wembanyama in the corner, marked by Robinson. A hand to Castle at the left wing. Baseline drive on Hart. Sends a pass along the baseline to the other corner for Fox. Now Champagnie, a sidestep three-pointer. Good from the wing, yet Anunoby stumbling after the ball fake. And it's a 10-point lead for the Spurs on a 6-point possession.
The Knicks have run out at Champagnie out of control a couple of times. He's not a guy that's really going to put the ball on the floor, so what about closing out short and just contesting from front?
Brunson driving to the dotted line, reach and foul on Stephon Castle from behind. That's 3 fouls on Castle, which could be another swing point in this game. But if the Spurs are able to win it, right down this moment, 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third. It was a 4-point game, but then that 6-point possession on the flagrant foul brought it to a 10-point lead.
Jalen Brunson is saying that he was shooting, and I thought he was as well, but it looks like the officials are going to give a side out of bounds here to the Knicks.
Brunson has only taken 2 free throws in the game so far. Both teams have had 7 shots from the stripe. Brunson, top of the arc, right elbow, bounce pass to Hart on the far corner. Drives, kicks, Anunoby up top. He'll slash to the elbow, finds Bridges, left corner 3, short. Good contest from De'Aaron Fox. Those Spurs ball up 10. 3 minutes gone by in the third. Wembanyama, right wing, spins toward the paint. Dotted line pull-up jumper is pure over both Robinson and Anunoby. 12 points, San Antonio lead. Brunson now. Left wing to the foul line, zips a pass right corner, Bridges a 3. That one's good. He rattled it in after missing his last 3. A big one there for Bridges, and it's back to a 53-44 game.
13 points for Bridges. Remember, he had just 2 in the loss at the Garden in Game 3. He's been an important part of this postseason run.
Wembanyama straight on 3, front rim no. Good contest from Robinson. Wembanyama 1 of 4 from downtown. Knicks ball down 9, 8:15 left in the third quarter. Brunson at the right point, defended by Champagnie. Brunson takes him to the foul line, pulls up for a charity stripe jump shot, and that one's pure. 20 points in 24 minutes for Brunson. It's a 7-point game.
This Knicks defense has got to continue to be as physical with Victor Wembanyama as possible.
Vassell in the far corner, slashing to the rim, trying to throw an alley-oop for Wembanyama. He caught it, but got bumped off the spot by Anunoby. They'll call the foul, and it's the third on OG. So both he and Karl-Anthony Towns in significant foul trouble here. 7:48 left in the third.
So what will help that is because the Spurs are very clearly trying to get a hard pick and roll, right? Trying to find Victor Wembanyama at the rim. The person guarding the dribble drive has to do a little bit of a better job, if they can, of obstructing vision, of being more bothersome so that that pass is not as easy.
Ariel Hukporti will come into the game for Mitchell Robinson.
An important stretch to buy the Knicks some time as Victor Wembanyama goes to the bench. So you got Hukporti and Cornette as your 5, respectively.
Inbound comes to Harper. 53-46 Spurs. 7:45 left in the third. Harper rising to the rim. He got a clean path along the near side lane line for a wide open layup and a 9-point lead.
The Knicks got to do a better job of communicating on how they want to defend that screen action. It was a stagger, but nobody really moved, and OG Anunoby was in a terrible position.
He had to be a little careful with his third foul, having just been picked up. Bridges foul line. Anunoby near corner. Pump fakes. Side steps. Then he got blocked on the three by Vassell. Out of bounds to the near sideline. A tenacious defense from Devin Vassell. Looked like he was out of the play. So Anunoby, after a playoff career-high 33 points in Game 4, is 1 of 7 tonight.
So the flyby in the corner, that's one of the things that make that play different. OG Anunoby has flown by Champagnie and landed a few steps behind him, so he couldn't recover. Vassell flew by, but was still laterally next to OG Anunoby, so he got back to that recovery.
Knicks want to go small here with no Wembanyama. Hukporti out, Shamet in, so Anunoby is playing center. From the near corner sideline, it's inbound by Bridges. He gets it to Shamet at the left block. 4 to shoot. Up top for Hart. Hands to Brunson. 2 on the shot clock left wing. Knifing inside, and a left-hand scoop shot is good off glass. 55-48 the score. San Antonio to the front court right. Harper dribbles toward the left wing, swinging around to Champagnie in the near corner for a 3. That's off the mark. Rebound Hart. Knicks going small, and that means they can run. From right to left comes Hart. Bounce pass Shamet left wing. Hesitates. Back to Hart at the foul line. Hands to Brunson. Top of the key. A straight on 3. Missed it too strong. Rebound almost came back to Brunson at the stripe, but tipped out of his grasp. Well, San Antonio ball. Up 7. Harper driving on a Hart left side. Missed the layup. A rare moment where Dylan Harper could not finish at the cup. Anunoby full head of steam right side. Net by 2. Scores anyway. A tough right-hand layup over Castle and Cornette. It's a 5-point game.
Wow. What a take by OG Anunoby. Could have argued that there was a whistle there. We got a timeout on the floor. The Knicks have now cut this thing to a 2-possession ball game in the absence of Victor Wembanyama.
Right back to where we were at halftime. Knicks only down 5 after trailing by 16 early in the second quarter. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. San Antonio 55, New York 50. The Larry O'Brien Trophy is in the building, with the Knicks leading the NBA Finals 3-1. But it'll have to be yet another double-digit comeback if they want to make history. 6:27 left in the third quarter. Knicks down 5. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Come on, ref, end the game.
What's the rush? We're winning.
And we're going to keep winning if we get to the Nissan Summer Sales event.
What?
The event where you can score great savings on a new Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Can it hold off 10 minutes?
Oh, sure. You think the #1 brand of new vehicle quality by J.D. Power is just going to wait for you?
I get it, but we waited years for this match.
But look at these incentives.
Wait, are you serious? Come on, ref! Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
The whistle is blowing on these savings. Hurry in and bring home a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. Now, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Frontier S-Trim 1.9% APR for 60 months at $1,748 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. N6/30/26.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile plus home and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply. Offer ends July 29th, 2026.
55-50. Spurs have a 5-point lead with 6:27 remaining in the third quarter, and Victor Wembanyama will come back to the court after the Knicks had played about a minute of small ball. They still do have 5 non-bigs on the floor. How quickly will they have to change that? Their tallest player is Mikal Bridges, 6'6".
Just about to say, non-bigs and no OG Anunoby, so we'll see how long this lineup lasts.
Spurs ball up 5. Josh Hart defending Victor Wembanyama. Harper pulls up for a left elbow jumper and drains it over McBride. 7-point San Antonio lead.
Harper with 15 in this one, 6 of 9 from the floor. He's only 1 of 2 from the three-point line, but his damage continues to be done in the paint, or as that one is just outside of the paint, but inside the three-point line.
Brunson across midcourt despite the pressure of Harper. McBride in the near corner. Baseline drive. Bridges, other corner. Swinging around to Shamet. Top of the key. Hesitates. Finds Hart right wing, but he's defended by Wembanyama. Hands to Shamet. Right wing triple. In and out. Rebound Wemby. 5:48 to go in this third quarter. Spurs ball up 7. They predictably wanted to get to Wembanyama inside, defended by the foot shorter Bridges, and he hits an easy layup. And Mike Brown's looking down the bench. He will bring in Mitchell Robinson.
This lineup, you knew this lineup was not going to last very long, and guys got to go ahead and shoot the ball.
Brunson will, top of the key, buries a 3. He got upended by Harper, and he is hurt. Brunson landed on Harper's foot. There was no call. Brunson able to get up, hobbling back down court. Vassell nails a 3 on the opposite wing, and the Knicks need timeout. They are furious that was not called. Brunson more fired up than I've seen him all year, right in the face of Tyler Ford. It is a 9-point game, but perhaps Brunson should have had a free throw and possession, and that three-pointer would have never happened from Devin Vassell. But a timeout from New York, 5:18 to go in the third. It's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
The Knicks have to remain composed. They've got to remain composed. I completely understand the frustration of that moment, but you don't want to compound the issue with any technical fouls, as everybody has gone to their huddles and is allowing Coach Mike Brown to have the conversation with Scott Foster.
5:18 left. Third quarter, game 5. San Antonio up by 9 after the Knicks had trimmed it down to 5 at halftime. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. Knicks down 9, 5:18 left in quarter number 3. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Knicks ball down 9 with 5:18 remaining in the third. And part of the reason New York was so upset there was no foul called on the landing area of Brunson landing on a Spur foot. It was Victor Wembanyama's gigantic sneakers. That could have been a flagrant foul, which would have been the fourth on Wembanyama, which means a suspension if there is a Game 6. Now, as a kick ball out of bounds, will keep the ball with the Knicks as they attack the basket to our left. They can, as we found out, review flagrant fouls.
They're not going to do that. I mean, they're not going to assign that to him. Like, whatever.
It would be a wild move. But by the book, it would be the correct move. Knicks hoping they won't even have to worry about that. They can win this game as they've done 3 out of 4 times in this series. Brunson, top of the key, driving on Fox, left elbow. Spins, pump fakes, Fox not biting. Out to Bridges on the wing. He caught it, fell down. Apparently got pushed by Harper, no whistle, and they will tie it up. And a jump ball coming. Mikal Bridges doesn't usually fall down for nothing.
Yeah,
but
what in the world?
Only 1 foul in the quarter called against San Antonio, 3 against the Knicks, with 4:53 left in the third.
Harper swipes Bridges in the face here, so he wanted that call. And Scott Harper, right next to him on the play, missed the contact. Scott Foster, excuse me.
At the foul line left, here comes the jump ball, just 2 to shoot for the Knicks. Ball is tipped, Shamet has it, right side mid-range, has to launch a grenade, front rim miss with Vassell right in his face. San Antonio ball from left to right. Harper, Fox, Vassell, Johnson, and Wembanyama. Towns still on the bench for New York with his 4 fouls. Fox now on the far wing, sends a pass to the opposite perimeter for a triple, and Dylan Harper connects. He is 2 of 3 from downtown, and he's given San Antonio a 12-point lead. 4:20 left, third quarter. Knicks need an answer. Brunson to the right elbow on Vassell, double team, now triple team. Tied up by Harper, fell down, and they call a jump ball. Dylan Harper fired up, he got the 3, and then he got the tie-up, and he will more than likely win this jump ball against Jalen Brunson as Jordan Clarkson's coming in for Landry Shamet.
The Knicks are in a tricky position here. Now, the substitution bringing Clarkson on the floor is to help create more options for the Knicks. I was just about to say they're in a tricky position. It did seem like Jalen Brunson dribbled right into the teeth of the defense, but no one else has really gotten north or south. Everybody else is playing east or west.
Harper tipped it to Robinson, who got it back up top to Brunson. So 9 on the shot clock. Knicks still have it down by 12. Brunson working on Harper to the right elbow. Stops, turns, double team, shoot anyway, and front rim miss. Batted around by both Wembanyama and Robinson. Robinson couldn't tear it down, but he was fouled. Keldon Johnson came over the top. We'll see who they signal the foul on. Yes, it is Keldon Johnson. And again, we mentioned the lack of foul calls against San Antonio. That's good news for the Knicks. Just their second foul, so no free throws for Robinson.
Who is going to have the stamina down the stretch? The physicality of this ball game is going to take a toll. For the Knicks, you look at Jalen Brunson immediately. And, of course, for the Spurs, you look at Victor Wembanyama. His running mate, Stephon Castle, has not had one of his typical games. But perhaps could those fouls be a silver lining thing for Castle, because he's going to be well rested as he now enters back into this basketball game.
Champagny, Castle, Harper, Johnson, and Wembanyama. Knicks have Brunson, Clarkson, as Harper hip checks Brunson, who was trying to dribble around to the far sideline, and they'll call the third foul on San Antonio. Harper picks up his first. Now this could be an excuse to get away with physical play while racking up the foul count so you can hack a Mitch for the rest of the quarter. Brunson went down hard.
We got OG Anunoby and Keldon Johnson in a little bit of a shoving match here. Just a small one. James Capers is over there telling the two of them to relax.
Brunson to inbound for the far sideline. He's got Clarkson, Bridges, Anunoby, and Robinson on the court. Inbound comes to the far corner for Anunoby. He got fouled on the catch by Johnson, who picks up his second foul, but now they can hack a Mitch. Knicks no longer have a foul to give. Rick Brunson seems to realize that on the Knicks bench, and he will beckon Ariel Hukporti to come into the game. Now he changed his mind and says Josh Hart instead. So they want to go small again with Anunoby matched up with Wembanyama. Robinson will come out of the game. A preemptive strike from New York's coaching staff. Down 12, 3:57 left in the third. And now keep that physical play going from San Antonio and a consistent whistle. It's going to mean free throws for the guys the Knicks want on the line. Brunson off the inbound. Hounded by Harper near midcourt. Screen from Hart. Passes left for Bridges. Back to a cutting Hart. Tough catch underneath. Hands to Clarkson. Trying to find Anunoby in the corner. Stolen momentarily by Wembanyama. Comes back to Anunoby. He'll attack the rim. Missed a layup. Tipped around and out by Wembanyama. He'll bring it to the front court. Johnson on the move inside. Pass underneath. Harper got blocked but a foul. Josh Hart met him at the rim. And Dylan Harper will get 2 free throws. Jalen Brunson tried to draw a charge. That's not the call. And with a 12-point lead, San Antonio gets to the line. 3:35 left in the third quarter.
Josh Hart just with his second, so that's solid. I will say this, Jordan Clarkson, you are in the game to create. If you in the paint, look toward the rim. I understand the idea he thought looking out to that three-point line, but you are in the basketball game to create and to score.
They're chanting Dylan Harper's name here in San Antonio. They looked for an instant like Mike Brown wanted to challenge and try to get a charge called against San Antonio, but they decide not to, and Harper will get 2 free throws. He has a team-high 18 points in 19 minutes at the age of 20.
He's the guy that folks have been clamoring to see more of in this series based on his productivity and the minutes that he's played.
Apparently, the rookie wall does not exist for the Franklin Lakes, New Jersey native and the former Rutgers standout, but he misses the first free throw. 3:35 left in the third quarter, and Luke Cornett comes in for Victor Wembanyama. How much of a dent can the Knicks put in this 13-point deficit as Harper gets the free throw? Their largest lead is 16. Now it's back to 56-53. Bridges left wing, bounce pass to Hart of the foul line, out to Anunoby right wing. Couldn't drive past Johnson, so takes a 3, missed it from the angle. Rebound Castle. Knicks are not getting good shots lately. Shooting 33% from the field. Harper, a baseline drive near side, hangs in the air, missed a layup, got his own rebound, put back is good. It's a 15-point lead.
For as good as OG Anunoby was from the three-point line in Game 4, it feels like he's settling a bit for those threes today.
Yeah, 1 for 5 tonight, 2 for 10 from the field. Brunson is fouled at midcourt by Harper. Brunson lost his dribble, was about to fall into the backcourt, and Harper tried to gently guide him across the timeline, and Scott Foster was there to make the call.
It's a very creative way of laying that out, Tyler.
2 fouls on Harper. Brunson will get his second trip to the free throw line on a game where he has been beat up from the opening tip. 15-point deficit is what the Knicks were facing at the start of the fourth quarter in Game 4. But it felt a whole lot different then because famously they were down by 29 earlier in the third. Right now they're down 15, but it feels like they have to chip away soon. And Brunson will with a free throw. So he's got 26 points. 16 at the half, so 10 thus far in the third. Mikal Bridges will come out. The Knicks are going small again with Cornett at center. Even though he's a 7-footer, he's not a 7.5-footer. So they go Brunson, Hart, McBride, Clarkson, and Anunoby. Brunson gets a pair, and he's needed a soft touch for both of those to drop.
So Deuce McBride is back on the floor for both defense and to help pick up the speed of this one. The Knicks continue with their small lineup. Cornett at the 5 for the Spurs. Oh, boy.
Anunoby got called for a foul on Johnson, cutting across the foul line. And that is the 4th foul on Anunoby. 13-point lead for the Spurs. 2:41 left in the third. And that's the 5th foul on the Knicks. So free throws for Keldon Johnson. Although he has not had a good postseason from the line. He was almost 80% during his 6th Man of the Year campaign, but just 59% in the playoffs. First shot is perfect. What do you know? 69-55, Spurs by 14. Dylan Harper coming out to a nice ovation. 21 points behind only Jalen Brunson's 27 in the race for the game high.
So OG Anunoby, as he picked up his 4th foul, he's been averaging just under 24, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, on 58% from the field. Tonight he's stuck on 7.
Johnson misses the second short, but the rebound controlled by Champagnie. Josh Hart fell down, hurt his right arm it looked like. Johnson driving, alley-oop Cornet, blocked at the rim by Hukporti. Ariel Hukporti flying in for the rejection. Near corner Clarkson, catch and shoot 3, short. Knicks are 9 of 29 from downtown. That is 31%. Spurs ball up 14, 2.5 left, 3rd quarter. Castle knifing inside and a reach and foul on McBride. That'll send Castle to the free throw line, where he has been automatic in the finals. 2:25 left, 3rd quarter, 69-55 San Antonio. That's right, the Knicks have just 55 points in the final minutes of the 3rd.
You mentioned the Knicks from 3 struggling so far tonight. 9 of 29, but when you look at the bench, they are 0 for 6 on 3-point attempts from this bench unit in particular.
Castle misses the first short. And Shamet has gone cold all of a sudden. He's 1 for his last 11 in the series from 3.
Yeah, 11 is the number, 0 for 11 from the entire bench squad as well. So it's going to be a very interesting next 2:25 and, of course, start to the 4th quarter for these New York Knicks.
But it doesn't have to be the same guys off the bench every night, as we learned in Game 4 when Jose Alvarado took over with a plus 17 in the 4th quarter. Maybe Hukporti can continue to have an impact. Just had a huge block on what looked like a guaranteed bucket for Cornet. Castle gets the second. 15-point San Antonio lead. They are a plus 10 since halftime. On a 15-5 score, and when it's all happened in the last few minutes. Brunson lobs a pass to the right wing for Hart. Now back to Brunson at the left point. Hart again on the other side. Dribbles to the foul line, hands to Hukporti. Looking to get rid of it. Back to Hart at the near side hash mark. Off the dribble, left wing 3. It's good for Josh Hart. Maybe the toughest shot the Knicks have made tonight. And Hart makes it a 12-point game.
It's his second 3 of the night, just staying in it. They continue to get deep into that shot clock. They're just going to have to be aggressive.
Final 2 minutes, 3rd quarter. Fox, left corner, passes to the wing for Champagnie. He back rim to 3. Rebound Wembanyama climbing all over Hukporti's back, but then he throws it away to Brunson, top of the arc, looking for Champagnie. Brunson to the foul line. Rip through move, lefty layup, no. Rebound Hukporti, out to McBride, right corner. He'll drive to the mid-range, up top Clarkson, slashing to the rim, a lefty layup, blocked by Wembanyama, out of bounds, 11 to shoot and 91 to play. 3rd quarter, Knicks down 12. Offensive rebound, though, from Hukporti kept his possession alive.
The D-style is not something we see frequently from Jordan Clarkson's game, but you wonder if that would have given him a chance to cause the defenders to be a little bit offbeat and give that shot more of a chance.
Brunson breathing hard, hands on his hips. 31 minutes played so far. 27 points to lead all scorers. And he's done it efficiently. Inbound McBride, left corner. Pops a pass out to Hukporti, left wing. Hands to Brunson, pick and roll. Brunson takes a 3. Got hit from behind by Harper. The shot missed too strong. But Jalen Brunson maybe atoning for the should-be flagrant foul that was missed on Victor Wembanyama. Will get 3 foul shots. And Dylan Harper, who's been unstoppable in the second half, picks up his 3rd foul.
This is what, again, there's small moments where the Knicks are really, really aggressive. How hard you come off that screen. Although Ariel Hukporti had to be careful because his screening wasn't exactly sound. He's fortunate not to get whistled on that play.
At the basket to our left, Brunson will take the first of 3, and it swishes through. 11-point game. 28 for Brunson. If he scores 32 or more tonight, he will be averaging 30 points in the NBA Finals. That's only been done by 16 players in NBA history. And yes, they're all Hall of Famers. Brunson hits again. 10-point game. We have not seen Karl Anthony Towns for basically the entire quarter. He picked up his 4th foul 15 seconds into the 3rd.
Now, similar to what we saw in Game 4, but when he did come back in the ball game, he was outstanding, particularly on the boards.
Brunson getting a nice breather at the line here. He'll take his 3rd, and he gets all 3. It's another 30-point game in the playoffs for Jalen Brunson. He's now done it 30 times in orange and blue. He's made it a 9-point game. Fox to the foul line, leans in for a floater. Perfect, as Hart couldn't catch him from behind. 11-point San Antonio lead, 1:10 remaining.
As our second quarter guest, Walt Clyde Frazier, would say, matador defense from the Knicks on that possession.
Brunson right side, bounce pass McBride, a right corner 3, short again. Rebound Harper.
The Knicks bench has just not had it to contribute tonight.
Harper drives around Clarkson, got poked away from behind, but it goes right to Fox in the left corner. He'll drive and set up Harper for a left corner 3, very short. Brunson tipped the rebound away from Fox, and Robinson gets it back to his captain. Brunson with speed, left point, bounce past Clarkson to the near side wing, to the dotted line, a right-hand floater, front rim, back rim, in. Jordan Clarkson's on the board. It's a 9-point game, 39.5 seconds left before the 4th quarter.
First bench point of this contest for the New York Knicks.
Wow. Spurs have 25, most of them from Dylan Harper. He's got the ball again. Drive and kick. Fox, left corner, wide open 3. Short. Rebound Robinson. And only 2 seconds separating shot and game clock, so not the most efficient 2-for-1 there from San Antonio. Knicks ball down 9, 13 to shoot, 15 to play. Brunson has Vassell on him at midcourt. Drives to the top of the key, keeps going to the foul line, hops up the dotted line, couple of pump fakes, fadeaway jumper, in and out, tipped in by Robinson. Big tip from Big Mitch with 4.1 to go. Wembanyama, half-court heave at the buzzer, air ball. Somehow, some way, from 16 down in the 2nd and 15 down in the 3rd, the Knicks are once again within striking distance. It's a 7-point game with 12 minutes separating them from basketball immortality. 72-65 San Antonio.
These teams have different relationships with 4th quarter basketball based on the first 4 games of this series. The Knicks have been comfortable in this position, finding a way to ultimately be the last team with the most points on the board. The Spurs are guarding against what would be considered a collapse in this one, having had a lot of conversations after Game 4 about adjustments and corrections that could be made from the coaching staff on down. How will things play out as the Larry O'Brien is on the line?
72-65 San Antonio. The 4th quarter of Game 5 in the NBA Finals is next. If the Knicks win this quarter by 8 points or more, they'll be champions. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today. The NBA Finals are in full swing, and the intensity isn't letting up. And with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, your winnings get a boost every single day, all finals long. Bet player props, bet live, from the opening tip to the final possession. Every moment matters, and DraftKings Sportsbook keeps you boosting all the way through. All DraftKings customers can enjoy a profit boost every single day throughout the finals. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code WHSQ to claim your profit boost. That's code WHSQ to get get a boost every day of the NBA Finals. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. One profit boost per customer per day. NBA playoff bets only. Bet restrictions apply and vary when offered. Max bet and boost vary. Boost only applies to winnings and expires at the end of the last NBA game each day. See terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Fourth quarter, game 5. 3-1 series lead for the Knicks. They're down by 7. Towns back into the game after 4 fouls. Took him out of the entire third quarter. Josh Hart, right corner, drive and kick Alvarado up top. 4 to shoot, foul line. Sends it left for Jordan Clarkson. He'll take a 3. Missed it off the front rim. Hart crashing in for the rebound. Took it away from Vassell. New possession. Alvarado out high. Towns left point. Pump fakes and drives on Wembanyama toward the rim, and then he tossed it out of bounds. He wanted Clarkson in the corner, but Clarkson was crashing the boards. And the Knicks give it away on their first possession of what could be a championship-defining fourth quarter.
So, quick reset as we started the fourth. Both teams, had given up 16 points off of turnovers. The Knicks had 10, and the Spurs had 11, respectively.
Alvarado was lurking, hoping for some grand thefts, but he went spiraling out of the way, and the ball was tipped out of bounds off of New York. Knicks have done such a great job cleaning up their turnovers after having 7 in the first quarter. That's just their 4th since. Spurs ball up 7. Wembanyama on the floor for San Antonio. Castle dotted line, sends a pass to the far corner for Keldon Johnson, and he drills a 3. Keldon Johnson has not had a good series. That is by far his biggest shot of the finals. He's given San Antonio a 10-point lead. Alvarado slipping inside, kicks it to the corner for Bridges, and Josh Hart will have to take a right wing 3. He nailed it. Big answer from Josh Hart. It's right back to a 7-point game.
Seesawing obviously won't do. This Knicks defense is going to have to figure out a way to tighten up.
Oh, third three-pointer from Hart. Vassell, a left wing 3. Back rim, no. Rebound. Johnson took it away from Bridges. Up top, Castle. Passes to his left for Vassell. Pump fake, drive, baseline. Wembanyama, right-hand dunk. Towns had to let him go. He's got 4 fouls.
Yeah, business decision on the part of Karl Anthony Towns. And while it's energizing, it's just 2 points. This is obviously the customary time where Jalen Brunson gets a little bit of a breather. Can the Knicks stay attached in his absence?
Down by 9. Josh Hart, right point, left-hand dribble. Now top of the key, looking for a handoff to Clarkson. Clarkson asking for it. Hart will take it himself to the right elbow, then got stripped by Vassell. And then as it came to Johnson, it was tipped out of his grasp by Clarkson. But then they say no possession for Johnson, and the shot clock expired on the Knicks in the meantime, so a shot clock violation.
Sure looked like Keldon Johnson had the ball to me.
So, Spurs ball. 10:08 to go in the fourth. Monica Toda, this is usually rest time for Jalen Brunson. Well, it's winning time. He's going to come into the game next whistle, and he will play at least 43 minutes in this game. You have to figure. Castle at the left point sends it to his left for Vassell. Up top again for Castle. Sets a screen on the left on Shamet. Shamet fights through it. Wembanyama rolls through to the foul line. They throw him an alley-oop pass, and he couldn't tip it in. Second try wouldn't go either. Wembanyama frustrated that he couldn't finish. Hart on the move, almost lost the top of the key. And picked up his dribble. Bounce pass to the right side for Towns. Hounded by Wembanyama. Driving to the paint. Near corner Alvarado. Reset with Hart up top. Now Bridges right wing. Couldn't drive past Castle. Hands to Shamet for a right angle 3 that he buries. Big 3 for Landry Shamet. He was 1 for his last 11. He just made it a 6-point game.
To get off of the slide, shooters got to shoot to get hot, and shooters got to shoot to stay hot.
Castle left side arc. Defended by Shamet. To the other side wing. It's Vassell for 3. Rainbowed it in. Devin Vassell's second three-pointer. It's a 9-point Spurs lead again. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth.
The three-point variance in this series has really been something to watch, although the Knicks are shooting about the same.
Alvarado got to the rim around Fox, but missed a layup. Perhaps affected by the late contest from Wembanyama. Castle underneath, fouled by Hart on his way to the hoop. And Stephon Castle will get free throws. Hart asking for a challenge. 8:51 left in the fourth quarter. Stephon Castle can make this a double-digit lead at the free throw line.
Both teams shooting exactly 35.3% from the three-point line. Luke Cornett set to come in for Victor Wembanyama. Remember, managing Wembanyama's minutes, a key point of emphasis coming into this one, and it does in fact look like the Knicks are going to challenge.
You're right about the three-point numbers. The teams are exactly 12 of 34 from downtown, which is remarkable, the fact that the Knicks have caught up to the Spurs after a horrendous start. Time now for Points in the Paint, brought to you by Boost Mobile. The Knicks have scored just 18 points inside, and they've allowed 32, one of the more lopsided paint battles that's favored the Spurs in the series. That was Points in the Paint, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Don't overpay. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month, forever, for life, for real. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Trying to get a look at the replay here at Frostbank Center. We might as well just take the break while they take a look. Knicks down 9, hoping to get the ball back. If it's an unsuccessful challenge, it'll be 2 free throws for Castle with 8:51 remaining in Game 5. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverage Company, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12-ounce serving. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer. Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
8:51 to go in the fourth quarter, and an unsuccessful challenge in a rare moment for the Knicks. They said Hart got a piece of the ball, but then followed through and hit Castle's arm, so 2 free throws to make it a 10 or 11-point game. Now, we've been told by NBA officials that if you knock the ball free, you're allowed to come down on the follow-through naturally and hit the player's arms and not be called for a foul. So I suppose Hart didn't knock it away cleanly. It was maybe still loose in Castle's hands. Either way, a tough result for the Knicks. as Castle misses the first free throw. Stays a 9-point game.
Rasheed Wallace was just our guest on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony and Kazim Famuyide in honor of Rasheed. A little ball don't lie.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he have a famous quote about situations like this?
Something like that, yeah.
Such an automatic free throw shooter, Stephon Castle, especially in the playoffs, but he has missed 2 tonight. At the foul line to our right, he gets the second, and it's a 10-point game, 81-71. Knicks have trailed by as many as 15 in this second half. 8:43 to go. Fans rising to their feet here. Half Knicks, half Spurs. Shamet on the right side. He'll drive on Champagnie all the way to the rim, and a right-hand layup. He snuck it in, landed awkwardly, though, on his right leg. Shamet is hurt. Knicks may need to foul. Shamet able to hobble his way back down court. Then Harper to the rim, and he rolls in a left-hand layup. Shamet is running through it. I don't know if he hyperextended his leg in some way, but an awkward-looking fall. 10-point game again.
It was such a great take on his part. You hate that it ended that way.
Towns left wing, marked by Wembanyama. They tried that backdoor Anunoby cut, couldn't get it to him. Brunson to the foul line. Finds Shamet, right corner, catch and shoot 3. Too strong. Harper the rebound. Shamet still not running well. Hart signaling for the Knicks to foul intentionally so they can get Hart into the game and Shamet out. And that's what they'll do. So 7:54 left. Spurs ball up by 10. And Landry Shamet is not right.
Oh, he's fought so diligently through his career, through various injuries. You hope that's something that he's going to be able to go to the back, walk off, shake off, massage off, and not something major.
Looked like his right leg got caught up underneath his body, so bent awkwardly back with his knee. Spurs ball from left to right. Harper, baseline drive on Towns. Sends it to Champagnie in the opposite corner. Alley-oop toward Wembanyama. Tipped away by Anunoby. Hard on the move. Knicks ball down 10. 7:44 to go. Brunson left wing pump fake to 3. Leaned into Castle off balance, and he's able to draw the foul. Scott Foster shows 3 fingers. That means Brunson kept his foot behind the line on the shot attempt. So 3 free throws for the Knicks captain.
That is also the 4th on Stephon Castle in tonight's game.
Wow. Again, that was the turning point from Wednesday.
But talk about the athleticism by OG Anunoby on that one. Knowing that ball is going up top to Victor Wembanyama, he accelerates to get upstairs and come up with the steal.
Brunson's first foul shot, missed. Off the front rim. Playing a little more in this game than usual. 34 minutes tonight. And still 7:43 remaining. Gonna have to dig deep here. Of course, the Knicks have the mindset that they've got all offseason to rest. The Spurs think we've got 2 more days to rest before Game 6 on Tuesday.
A departure from what has allowed the Knicks to be so successful in this postseason. Just 3 of their starters in double figures. Anunoby stuck on 7, and Towns with just 2, having only played 19 minutes in this contest. He does, however, have 9 rebounds.
Brunson hit the second and the third as well. 83-75 San Antonio. 7:40 left in Game 5. Castle stays out there with his 4 fouls. He's 0 for 7 from the field. He'll take it toward the left elbow. Now Wembanyama at that same spot after Castle vacates. Faces up on Towns. Dribbles with the right hand. Foul line fadeaway jumper. Front rim, no. Knicks will settle for that shot if Wembanyama's willing to take it.
Yeah, these are similar to the shots that the Spurs settled for in the 4th in the Garden.
Brunson hesitates, drives on the left side lane, and banks in a lefty layup. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Here come the New York Knicks. They're down by 6 with 7:14 to go in the 4th quarter.
Paint scoring for the Knicks. Trying to get some easy ones in the paint. They are -12 in that category so far, but if Jalen Brunson can get going there, and he's obviously done a great job of drawing fouls, can he lead the way for his team to follow? It's going to be imperative that the defense stay connected as the Spurs are going to come back with the ball after this timeout.
34 points for Brunson. 4 away from matching Willis Reed's franchise finals record. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. San Antonio 83. New York 77. 7 minutes and 14 seconds remain in what could be the final game of the season. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Welcome to basketball's biggest stage.
Somebody will reach basketball immortality.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
That's basketball at its finest.
This is about more than a game, more than a series. This is about legacy.
You are watching what greatness is all about.
Tune in to see who performs under the brightest lights and who writes their way into history. The 2026 NBA Finals continue on ABC.
If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, think again. Slomin's is here to change the game with their preseason super sale. They're now offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R45-4B systems expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right. Get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive service plan for 5 years, including annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Call Slomin's today at 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But hurry, these cool savings won't last. That's 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. 18-month promo period, no payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply. Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay Mobile Plus Home and bonus discount, enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply. Offer ends July 29th, 2026.
Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Spurs ball up 6. Final 7 minutes of Game 5. Knicks with a 3-1 series lead, looking to close this thing out on the road, which they've done in every playoff series so far. Castle, pull up, foul line, fadeaway, missed it short. Rebound tipped by Wembanyama, and a foul by Wembanyama. That's number 3. Karl Anthony Towns outworked him on the glass, and the Knicks will take over down by 6.
So far in this series, this has been the time where the Knicks begin to accelerate. I see a few nervous applauses on the Spurs side trying to encourage one another. And we talked about this coming into the game, Tyler. You've got two teams that have different self-fulfilling prophecies, if you will, or they have history that leads to such prophecy. The Knicks being able to perform late, the Spurs not as much over the course of the 4 games we've witnessed so far.
Nothing like nervous clapping from the bench. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. So you put your hands together as hard and as often as you can. Knicks ball from right to left. 6:35 to go in the 4th quarter. Brunson mashed up with Wembanyama left side, crossed him over, took him inside, pump fake, right hand layup, banked it in. What a finish from Jalen Brunson. He's got 36 points. It's a 4-point game.
Could have very well been an and 1 possession, in fact, for Jalen Brunson with a foul on Victor Wembanyama.
De'Aaron Fox, top of the arc, spins around. Champagnie, left wing, pump fake, foul line, stripped, got it back. Towns got a hand on it, dives on the ground and tipped it ahead to Brunson. He got rid of it to Hart. What a play from the Knicks defense. Starting 5 on the floor for New York. They're down by 4. Brunson right side. Screen on the left from Towns. Passes left for Hart. Back to Brunson at midcourt. Towns right wing. Driving toward Harper, steps back. Right wing triple in the air. Missed it off the right side rim, and Wembanyama gets the rebound. Towns just 2 points tonight because of foul trouble. That was his first 3-point attempt. 5:38 to go. Can the Knicks pull off a 4th double-digit comeback of the NBA Finals. Offensive foul, Victor Wembanyama. Caught a pass on the left wing, lowered his shoulder into Josh Hart. He just picked up his 4th personal, and the Spurs turned it over for the 14th time. Will there be a challenge here from Mitch Johnson? 83-79 the score. Spurs in front. 5.5 remaining in Game 5, and the green light is on. San Antonio will challenge. Are they going to say Towns pushed?
Timeout's been called. The challenge rolling on the floor.
I think they're going to say Towns pushed Wembanyama into Josh Hart, which would be the 3rd time in the last 2 games that Mitch Johnson has overturned a Wembanyama foul into a Towns foul. We're getting a look here. There's a little shove from Towns, not a whole lot, but it's part of what led to the contact on Hart.
Based on what we've seen in this series, it wouldn't surprise me if you are correct. I don't know that I buy that foul or that contact warrants a foul.
The Knicks have found a way to survive without Karl Anthony Towns. He's played 21 minutes. He's been so dominant on the glass, but largely neutralized elsewhere. So the defense continues to be perhaps the most inspiring part of his game. He's got 2 steals and a block and a whole lot of other plays that haven't shown up in the box score. So if you assume the call goes San Antonio's way, and it has gone their way an awful lot in these playoffs, and that's not narratives or ref bias. These are replay reviews. They get the call right. They take their time, and here's Scott Foster. He's explaining it to the scorer's table, and now he'll explain it to us.
After review, it's been determined that prior to the offensive foul called on Wembanyama, Towns 2-hand shoved him into that action. Therefore, a defensive foul has been put on Towns. This is a successful challenge. This is their 2nd challenge. Therefore, a timeout will be charged, and they will not be able to challenge subsequent plays.
And the Knicks no longer have a foul to give. 5:31 left in the 4th quarter, and at this stage in the game, either you want Towns out there or you don't. Not enough time left to try to play it safe. He's talking to Tyler for Karl Anthony Towns. It is Mitchell Robinson who comes out to the floor. He'll cover Victor Wembanyama. And the other 4 Knicks on the floor are the starters. San Antonio ball up 4. They go from left to right late in the 4th quarter. Wemby out high, defended by Robinson. Looking for a handoff to Fox. He'll get it. Speed toward the foul line. Pull-up jumper around and out. Rebound batted around. It comes to Brunson at the charity stripe.
Outstanding block out by the Knicks as a collective.
Brunson with force. Drives inside and draws a foul on a left-hand layup. Champagnie picks up number 3. And Jalen Brunson can make this a 1-possession game at the free throw line. 5:18 remaining.
Forcing the issue, getting this Spurs defense on their heels as JB continues to find his way into the paint.
First foul shot from Brunson at the foul line left. It's good. 9 for 11 from the line. 37 points.
He's just been so steady, and the Knicks are really, really starting to find their way here late in the ball game.
MVP chance breakthrough. The Spurs fans who were trying to distract Brunson. Second free throw. Nailed it, and he's tied Willis Reed's Knicks Finals franchise record with 38 points here in Game 5. It is a 2-point game. 5 minutes, 12 seconds to go. San Antonio with the lead. Robinson tipped the ball at midcourt off of Cornette. It went all the way to the backcourt out of bounds. Robinson says that Cornette touched it last, but the Knicks do not have a challenge remaining.
14 seconds here on the shot clock as the Spurs, you imagine, are going to come downhill.
De'Aaron Fox now. Left side arc between the legs dribble, defended by Bridges. Tough pull-up jumper, short from the foul line. Robinson had the rebound, lost it, tipped it around, and it comes to Anunoby. It is crunch time again for the 5th time in 5 games in the finals. Brunson down the lane, lefty layup, ties the game. It's the first 40-point night in the finals in Knicks franchise history. 83-83. From 16 down, they've knotted it up. 4.5 to go in game 5. Dylan Harper, left side wing. Pull-up jumper off the heel. Rebound tipped out. Anunoby tipped it out, and it's Hart, but a whistle and a foul called on Anunoby. That is his 5th, and I'm not sure I saw that watching it live.
I did not. It looked like this is a loose ball. Everybody has a right to it. The broadcast team is going back to the Jalen Brunson layup and finish.
The Knicks did have a foul to give, though, so no free throws for San Antonio. Oh, that's a tough call on Anunoby.
Very tough.
Vassell from the far side inbound gets it to the corner for Wembanyama. 4:20 left in game 5. Fox, a baseline drive on the right side. Whips it out to Harper. From wing to wing, he gets it to Vassell. Pull-up jumper mid-range. Nailed it over Hart. Rainbowed it home over a great contest.
That was good defense by Josh Hart, though, not running by the three-point shooter, making him put the ball on the floor and go for a 2 as opposed to a 3.
Knicks ball down 2. Brunson wants it again on the right elbow, defended by Harper. 4 minutes left in game 5. Backing him down. Spins, baseline fadeaway. Missed it short. Rebound, almost fumbled out of bounds. It was fumbled out of bounds by Vassell. A gift-wrapped possession for the Knicks as Devin Vassell, who just drained a tough jumper on the other end, couldn't hang on to the rebound.
These are the little things that happen late in the game where one team starts to get tight and the other has continued to excel.
Inbound comes to Hart. Now out to Robinson on the left wing. Hands to Brunson. Matched up with Harper. Knicks ball down 2. 5 to shoot. Bridges hands back to Brunson, right point. Vassell gets the assignment. 3 on the shot clock. Steps back with 1. Pump fakes. Draws a foul. Throws it up and off the back rim. But that would have brought the house down on the road if it fell. Jalen Brunson, for the 3rd time tonight, will get 3 free throws. And this time, he can give the Knicks the lead.
He just keeps playing. He just keeps playing.
He is a cold-blooded late-game assassin right now, and his target is these elite San Antonio defenders. 3:40 left. First free throw is good. 41 points for Jalen Brunson. Knicks fans have been waiting for an eruption like this for the better part of 2 weeks. And did he pick a good time to come up with his best offensive game of the NBA Finals and maybe these NBA playoffs?
I wonder how much the Spurs have learned from the other performance by number 11 down the stretch. Will we see some double teams, something more deliberate about getting the ball out of his hands? But of course, he usually figures out a way to respond.
He just made the second free throw. We're tied at 85. And based on the look on his face, you knew he'd make the third. For the first time since it was 5-4, the Knicks are in front. 86-85, 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. San Antonio needs an answer. This young team looking to dig deep and find some courage with their backs against the wall. Fox, left elbow, pull-up jumper, in and out. Rebound Robinson. He'll hand it back to Brunson.
If I'm the Spurs, jump shots, you have Victor Wembanyama on the floor.
They're signaling for a foul to get Robinson to the line, but the Knicks beat him to the punch and called timeout. Take a deep breath, Knicks fans. You've been on the edge of your seats all night. You've been pulling your hair out. The frustration has reached ridiculous levels. But here in the fourth quarter, with the struggles mounting, Jalen Brunson has found a way to right the ship. And with a 21-13 advantage in this final frame, the Knicks have turned a 16-point deficit from back in the second quarter to a 1-point lead late, behind 13 points from the captain in this final frame.
Everyone else around him has played their role. Sure, would you like to see a little bit more offense? Yeah, I get that. But in the meantime, getting to the glass and defending the Spurs squad, they've done a really good job with that.
This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. 3 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. The Knicks were down 16 in the second, down 15 in the third. And when this fourth quarter began, it was a 7-point Spurs lead. Right now, the Knicks are up by 1, 86-85, with 3:17 to go in the fourth quarter. On the floor, it's the starting five. Robinson out, Towns in, Brunson, Bridges, Hart, and Anunoby. And what might those five names mean to Knicks fans for the rest of NBA history? They hang on to this lead. They will not hang on to the ball, though. Brunson pushed off with his left hand. Castle jerked his head back, and Brunson gets called for his first foul. And a bad time for it, an offensive foul and a turnover.
All right, so mistake response. How do you respond? Can this defense stand tall and continue to limit the Spurs to just one opportunity?
Castle up top, passes left for Vassell. Now back to Castle on the right side, point. Defended by Hart, pick and roll with Vassell. Drives the lane, met by Towns, layup, no. Rebound, tipped around, saved by Bridges from the baseline, and Hart took it away from Harper. Final 3 minutes, Knicks ball up 1. Hart right point, looking around. Of course, they want to get it to number 11, and they do. 14 to shoot, 2:47 to play. Brunson taking his time. At midcourt, finds Towns left wing. Marked by the smaller Harper. He's got 5 fouls. Towns will take him toward the rim. Right-hand floater. Missed it too strong. Rebound Hart. Put back wouldn't go. He wanted a foul, but it's not coming. Point blank for Josh Hart. Couldn't put it through. Harper down the lane. Layup is blocked by Bridges. Harper got the rebound. Vassell in the corner. Up top, Fox. Left point, Wembanyama. Driving, dishing. Harper left wing. All across the foul line to the rim. And a layup missed over Anunoby. How did Anunoby meet him at the cup like that?
I think that's just studying Harper's game and knowing what he's trying to do. What an acrobatic block.
2:10 to go. Anunoby on the baseline, catches, and his slam was blocked by Vassell, but a whistle, and they're going to count it. His hand came through the bottom of the rim. That's a goaltend, and OG Anunoby's given the Knicks a 3-point lead with just his third made field goal of Game 5.
He's not yet in double figures either. That will give him 9 in this one tonight, but he's been so impactful late on the defensive end.
The Knicks have trailed in the final 2 minutes of every game in this final so far. We hit the final 2 minutes in Game 5. They're up by 3. Wembanyama flops, and they will call the 5th foul or the 6th foul now on Karl Anthony Towns. And the Knicks cannot challenge. It was a pump fake at the foul line, a turnaround and lean in from Wembanyama. It sure looked like Towns held his ground, but Wembanyama went down, and Towns is fouled out. 2 points in Game 5. 10 rebounds, 3 steals, a block. Sensational defense. But it's up to Mitchell Robinson to close out this series.
The good news is there is history of Mitchell Robinson rising to the occasion in this series.
Wembanyama missed 2 clutch ones at the end of Game 4, and he misses here at the end of Game 5. How can you not be thinking about it right now if you're Victor Wembanyama? If he hit one of those 2 the other day, it's overtime at the worst for San Antonio on the Anunoby tip. He's an 85% foul shooter in the playoffs. It almost has to be mental right now with the guy that many have crowned as the greatest in the NBA. And he very well may be. But right now, all that matters is a free throw, and this one is good. It's a 2-point game with 1:53 remaining. Now Knicks ball with the lead.
The Knicks need to be smart here, understand time and score, and continue to put pressure on this Spurs defense. No turnovers.
43 points for Jalen Brunson. Matched up with Castle at midcourt. 99 seconds to play. 8 to shoot. Vassell on Brunson now thanks to an Anunoby screen. Right point Brunson behind the back dribble. Driving right with 2 to shoot. Steps back for a baseline 2-pointer off the top of the backboard. And a shot clock violation. A rare misfire from Jalen Brunson. It was absolutely roasting the Spurs here in the fourth quarter, but not there. 1:29 left. Spurs ball. They can tie or take the lead.
Now it's on this Knicks defense to continue to stay connected. Mitchell Robinson needs to stay near Victor Wembanyama as best he can. And the Knicks got to communicate on these screens.
Harper top of the key to the foul line on Bridges. Left block, spins, turns for a fadeaway jumper, and ties the game.
It's a big move by the young fella.
Every shot the rest of the way could save the season for San Antonio or win the championship for New York. Brunson foul line floater. He got it! Speeding to the middle of the paint. He drained it with 66 seconds to go, and the Knicks lead by 2. Fox, baseline drive, far side. To Wembanyama at the foul line, leans in, passes out of it. Fox, a left corner three, missed it short. Rebound Hart, final minute. 49 seconds left. Knicks ball, up 2. Brunson across midcourt, defended by Fox. He likes this matchup. Castle lurking for a double team. Brunson dribbles down the lane, kicks to Hart, a right wing three-pointer. Short, rebound Robinson, tipped off the backboard, and Harper has it. He'll bring it ahead from left to right, all the way to the rim, and he misses a layup over Anunoby. Hart gets the rebound, and he got fouled. The Spurs did not have any to give, and that means free throws for Josh Hart. Knicks by 2, 26.1 to go.
Deep breath if you're on that New York Knicks sideline, in particular to Josh Hart. These are critical free throws. He talked so much about what happened in the layup at the end of Game 4. He has an opportunity to make a play that will help his team become historic.
The 2 biggest free throws of Josh Hart's life. He can make it a 2-possession game with 26 seconds left. The first one is up and in. Landry Shamet, a good sign for multiple reasons, back into the game. His knee must be doing okay. And the Knicks will need him on what they hope is the final defensive possession of the season. Second free throw for Josh Hart. Missed it wide left. Rebound Robinson. Kick out to Shamet. Anunoby's got it up top and they have to foul. Luke Cornett will come out and grab him. And with 21 and a half seconds left, free throws for OG Anunoby. The Knicks lead by 3.
What an incredible play by Mitchell Robinson, who now has 10 rebounds in this contest. He understands his role with this team, and in a moment where they need him to serve it, he does just that.
First free throw. Anunoby makes it. 4-point lead. Shot clock off. Spurs not done yet, but that one hurt San Antonio. At the foul line left, Anunoby misses the second. Tipped again by Robinson, but this one collected by Vassell. So 4 free throws on that last trip. The Knicks get 2 of them. 20 seconds to go. Either way, it still would have been a 2-possession game. 92-88 the score. And it is desperation time for San Antonio with their season on the line.
You can imagine that they're definitely going with a quick hitter here with just 20 seconds to go, and then they've got to play the foul game, obviously. The most likely option to me seems to be Victor Wembanyama at the rim, hoping that they get a foul call, and it can be a 3-point play. But if one of their 3-point shooters gets loose and has a clean look, I'm sure that Mitch Johnson probably will encourage them to take that shot with confidence.
And don't forget who got that offensive rebound on the Hart missed free throw that gave Anunoby a chance to make it a 2-possession game. It was Mitchell Robinson. Everything he's been through this year, not playing back-to-backs, dealing with that surgically restructured ankle, having to find a way to play a role on a team that had seen Karl Anthony Towns take over the center position. Mitchell Robinson was needed in the clutchest moment the Knicks have had in decades, and he came up with what could be a championship-winning rebound. 92-88. One more time, that Knicks timeout was sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn how you can save big when you bundle your Fios home internet and mobile plans. Only at Verizon. Well, if you thought this one would be a comfortable closeout, you haven't seen games 1 through 4. It's going down to the wire again. 4-point Knick lead. They're defending into the front court right with Hart, Bridges, Shamet, Anunoby, and Robinson. Inbound from Castle to the far sideline. Scott Foster about to give him the basketball. Wembanyama at the foul line, defended by Robinson. Sets a screen for Harper. It's Wemby catching on the right wing. He'll launch a long 3. In and out, but a tip slam from Stephon Castle. He throws it down with 16 seconds left, and the Spurs are not done yet. Stephon Castle, if you can believe it, just made his first shot of the game. He was 0 for 9, and he throws that one down to save his team's season for at least another few seconds.
A different version of what we saw in New York in terms of OG Anunoby saving the game for the New York Knicks with that tip-in that he had. Now, the Knicks have to inbound the ball cleanly, of course, and then they've got to make sure that they hold on to it in anticipation of a foul.
And if they get free throws, they'll have to make 2 to make it a 2-possession game again. Which shooters does Mike Brown trust the most? Knicks have 1 timeout left. Spurs have 1 timeout left. 16.3 remaining in Game 5. Another comeback effort from New York. They were down 14 in the Game 1 win. Down 12 in the Game 2 victory. And of course, the record-setting 29-point turnaround in Wednesday's Game 4. They hang on here. It's a 16-point comeback win. Nobody has done anything in the history of the NBA like the New York Knicks this year. Will it lead to a championship? We're 16 seconds away from finding out. Knicks ball from right to left. Josh Hart will inbound from the far sideline, defended by the 7'4" Victor Wembanyama. Shamet, Anunoby, Hart, and Brunson on the floor. Can they find a way to inbound the ball to Brunson? He is hounded on the opposite wing by Stephon Castle. Scott Foster blows the whistle and hands the ball to Hart. Brunson trying to break free at the free throw line. Comes to the corner. Bounce pass to Brunson in the corner. Not fouling yet. Looking to double team. Dribbles toward midcourt. 10 seconds left. He got trapped at midcourt. Somehow passed it to Bridges. And he got fouled by Harper. So 8 seconds tick off the clock. 8.8 left in the game. And Mikal Bridges, earlier in this series, in a very similar spot, hit 2 final second free throws to give the Knicks a 2-possession lead. And that wound up being the difference. In a game they won by 10.
All right, so the Knicks have gone 2 for 4 free throws late, which has allowed the Spurs to stay into this one. These, big.
Bridges has not taken a free throw tonight. The first one's in the air. And missed off the front rim and then off the back rim. And no matter what happens here, barring an offensive rebound, the Spurs will have a chance to tie.
Got to step off the line, shake it out, exhale. Let that one go. Short-term memory.
Robinson checks in for the rebound. Bridges gets the second. It's a 3-point game. Timeout San Antonio. They will draw up a play to try and keep their season alive. And Mikal Bridges, who's talked about the pain he still feels from not being able to hold a 2-0 series lead in his 3rd year with the Phoenix Suns back in 2021, had a chance to nearly ice it. Instead, just like Anunoby and just like Hart, he gets 1 out of 2. 93-90, just under 9 seconds remain.
So, think back to that play that we saw at the end of Game 3. Game 4, Victor Wembanyama was a bit of a decoy, and you would have had Stephon Castle in position to make a play sort of in the air. Again, this Knicks defense has to stay connected. One thing that I think was underrated in real time in Game 4 was Karl-Anthony Towns getting a tip on the inbounds play when Dylan Harper was throwing the ball in, which helped to disrupt the flight of that basketball and allow the Knicks to make a play. They obviously have to go for a 3 here. So you got to be aware of the screens. Are you switching? Are you staying attached? Communication has to be its best yet.
And you figure they'll try to go quick. They had the offensive rebound tip slam from Stephon Castle after the missed long 3 by Wembanyama. 8.8 to go. No timeouts left for San Antonio. The Knicks have 1. Jeremy Sohan checks into the game for the first time. He will defend Wembanyama, his former teammate, before he was released by the Spurs just a few months ago.
And since the Spurs need a 3, a smaller lineup to be able to close out and get to those shooters.
Park guards the inbound. Anunoby on Fox. Bridges on Harper. Shamet on Vassell. And Sohan on Wembanyama. From the near sideline, Stephon Castle is ready for the inbound. Spurs ball down 3. Castle, pump fakes, looking for Wembanyama, can't get it there. To midcourt for Harper, and he got fouled by Shamet. That's the game plan for New York. They're going to put Harper on the free throw line, and they can't get beat by a 3.
But they have to have a defensive rebound should that second free throw be missed.
Coach McNutt right again, because here comes Mitchell Robinson into the game for Landry Shamet, who frankly did a perfect job of the fouling up 3 strategy. We have seen teams mistime it, leading to a foul on a shooter, but there was no chance for Harper to get that shot off. First free throw. Missed it off the back rim. Is he finally starting to look 20 years old? A gotta-have-it free throw from the best rookie in the postseason, and Dylan Harper missed it.
Well, he joins quite a few players that have missed important free throws down the stretch. Chalk it up to his age or just the magnitude of the moment. I'm sure the Knicks would like to have the 3 they missed back as well.
8.5 left. Shot is up. Back rim miss. Rebound Anunoby. Fouled by Harper. 7.7 left. The Knicks have the ball. They have a 3-point lead, and they've got the crowd behind them in San Antonio. With no timeouts left for the Spurs, it might only take 1 foul shot from OG Anunoby to seal the deal. 2 misses from Dylan Harper, who's been as clutch as any rookie in NBA playoff history. Anunoby ready for the first free throw. He missed it.
Woo! Have you ever been a part of a more pressure-packed set of free throws?
I don't think anybody has. If Anunoby makes it, it's a 4-point lead with 7.7 left. 3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
This league has seen some impressive playoff runs over the years, but we've never seen anything like the 2026 New York Knicks. They will be forever remembered as the team that proved no lead is too big and no guard is too small. Jalen Brunson, with the season and the title on the line, scores a Knick Finals record 45 points in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. He will be the MVP.
Without question.
He will be the iconic player of this Knicks era and maybe the iconic player of NBA basketball today. And Monica, these fans, as they always find a way to do, they made the trip. And the greatest fan base in sports now gets to cheer on the greatest team in basketball. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions.
This is incredible.
They were down double digits in every single game. And if a 5-game series can go down in the history books, as the greatest of all time, this is it. It's a mob at midcourt. Hugs all around. Smiles all around. We're looking to see if Jalen Brunson will allow himself a tear or two. Jeremy Sohan, Tyler Kolek hugging, jumping up and down. Big smiles for Trey Jamison, and we mentioned those guys because of all the little contributions they made behind the scenes to help this team win. Rick Brunson wraps his left arm around his son as he gets ready for an interview.
What a celebratory moment for this group. I cannot wait to hear what they have to say from the podium about one another.
You better get down there and find
about
out.
This coaching staff. Yeah, I'm on my way down.
Pat O'Keefe will anchor our post-game coverage. The final score in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Knicks, 94. San Antonio Spurs, 90. Gift yourself some summer savings at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event with great deals on a capable Kia SUV. Kia, movement that inspires. And if you're tearing up right now, you can probably tell you're not alone. The Knicks are champions. And not just a championship, but a legacy of team basketball, of never giving up, and of building around a player you believe in. So much more to say, and so much more time to celebrate. The party begins. It's going to last all summer long. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Also should remind you that Monica, I'm sure, had a wonderful, sweet victory moment of the game brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. It was the moment that the Knicks became NBA champions for the first time since 1973. That was the sweet victory moment of the game brought to you by Calandra's Bakery. Calandra's Bakery, just 4 simple ingredients and still made by hand since 1962. Available fresh daily at your local supermarket. The Knicks have done it. One of the greatest playoff runs of all time, both in drama and in dominance. And they will raise a banner. And they will bring home a trophy. And they will get their rings that they so richly deserve. Pat O'Keefe is next. Thanks for everything, Knicks fans. We love you. You deserve this. New York Knicks basketball continues next on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Is the stress of a Game 7 giving your skin a full court press? Tired of trying to coach yourself through skincare trends? Between slugging, serums, and retinoids, it's easy to get confused. Don't try to be the MVP of skincare. Go see a pro. At Hand & Stone, they handle the defense so you can enjoy the glow. Book your facial at handandstone.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spas. Terms and conditions apply. Hand & Stone. Expert care for every season. It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome to the Sun Cruiser Knicks postgame show. Now here's Pat O'Keefe.
3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
They have done it. A call that will live forever for a team that will live in New York City forever. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions here in San Antonio. A 94-90 win. What else is new? In come-from-behind fashion. And now we are moments away from a ceremony that many Knicks fans felt may never come during their lifetimes. The Knicks are about to accept the Larry O'Brien Trophy as the champions of the National Basketball Association. Pat O'Keefe with you at Frostbank Center in San Antonio. And this is the Knicks postgame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, who are on the podium right now at center court as the NBA crew sets up its post-game trophy presentation. All of the blue and orange-clad Knicks fans have made their way floor level surrounding the court. And I've got to tell you, with only Knicks fans still here, this place is about halfway full. One of the delays, OG Anunoby, one of the last players to go up on the podium. He's now up there to chants of OG, OG from the fans and from his teammates. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is on the podium. The great Walt Clyde Frazier, who up until tonight, a playing member of the only 2 championship teams in the history of this franchise. But make no mistake about it, Walt Clyde Frazier is still a very big part of now this championship franchise. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions. Jose Alvarado towards the back of the podium, firing up the Knicks fans that are behind the Knicks. Patrick Ewing is up on the riser. Knicks owner James Dolan brings a championship to New York City, to this franchise, to this fan base. Such a long time coming. And such a long time coming today. The Knicks trailed by 10 points at the end of the first quarter. They trailed by 5 points at halftime. They trailed by 7 at the end of the third quarter. And with about 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, this was a 10-point ball game. And once again, as they have done these entire NBA Finals, the Knicks come from behind to win Game 5 to capture the NBA championship. Let's turn it over to the PA announcer, who will hand it to ABC's Ernie Johnson as the master of ceremonies.
Fan, man, we just saw something pretty special, didn't we? And I know it is trophy time, but before that, can we acknowledge the great season and the great playoff run by the Western Conference champions, the San Antonio Spurs? But now it's all about these guys. And to present the Larry O'Brien Trophy to the 2026 NBA champions, here's NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
"53 years. The wait is over." To Jim Dolan, Leon Rose, William Wesley, Coach Brown, and this incredible team, congratulations. You're the 2026 NBA champion.
Jim, number one, congratulations to you. Back in January, you were saying, you know what? I think we should get to the finals, and I think we should win the finals. What did you see in this team in January that thought that you're going to be standing here on this night?
I saw a team. We were a team. We've been a team the whole time. But I want to say something to New York. Hey, New York, I'm sorry it took so long, but here we are, and hopefully it won't take that long again. Yeah!
Congratulations. Hey, Leon. Leon Rose, how much satisfaction do you get? How much satisfaction do you get out of seeing a team you pieced together bring it to this point?
It's really, there aren't really words you can put into what these guys have done, the character that they have, the fight they have, the grit they have, the never say die. That is incredible. Incredible the run that they've been on.
You know, the guy behind you right here, Karl Anthony Towns, has said you have instilled a family atmosphere. How did you do that?
Just by caring about each other. Just by caring about each other and making sure that we all look out for one another, have each other's back, sacrifice, and do it for the better good.
Well done. Congratulations on a championship. Can I get the captain up here? Jalen?
You deserve this, man. You deserve this.
Hey. Soak it in. For sure. You know how many Knicks have scored 40 in a finals game? One. We're looking at him.
I was going to guess Rick Brunson, but probably not.
Hey, look, where does this knack for the comeback come from? What is it about this unit that allows you to do that time and time again?
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the game for us starts 30 minutes later than it's supposed to. We didn't show up at 8:30. We showed up at 9 o'clock.
Can you express this with half of the city of New York here?
No.
I have a feeling I'm going to be talking to you again in just a second because it's, where's the commissioner again? Are you here, Adam? The MVP, the Bill Russell Finals MVP trophy.
I wonder who it is.
The 2026 NBA Finals MVP is the captain, Jalen Brunson.
All right. Could I get your dad up here with you for this portion of the broadcast, please? Rick, how you doing? Congrats. For anybody who's a fan of father-son moments, doesn't get much better than this.
This is crazy. Couldn't imagine this, but we're excited as a family, as a team. It's just great, man. I have no words. I'm just so excited.
You grew up watching this guy. You learned a lot about the game from this man. What does it feel like to stand next to him holding that trophy and the Knicks having this trophy, Jalen?
It's everything we dreamed of. It's why I came to New York.
You know what? I congratulate you, man. It's awesome to see. And Dad, happy for you too, as well. Mike Brown, can we get the head coach up here? Hey, Mike, you've been here before. You've been to the finals before. It was many years ago. But I'm thinking you prefer this outcome a little bit more.
Hey, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who? We got some dogs on this team, baby. New York City is full of dogs, and we came to get it. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Way to put me in the most uncomfortable position of all time. Hey, look, there have been 359 coaches in the history of the NBA. 38 of them know what it feels like to win a championship. You're number 39, so tell me how it does feel.
Man, it's amazing. It's surreal. I still can't believe it's happened. I'd like to thank Mr. Dolan, Leon Rose, my entire staff, man. My entire staff was phenomenal. All the players. Just as importantly, I'd like to thank all the fans in New York because you guys are freaking great, man. You make this thing so real. You're unbelievable.
Mike, thank you. Congratulations to you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
I would love OG Anunoby to step forward if you would. Look, you know. I'll wait. In 2019, you won a ring with the Toronto Raptors. You did not play in that series because of the appendicitis. And now you play such a huge role, and nobody in this joint will forget what happened in Game 4. How special is it to be a big part of a championship team?
It's very special, you know. It's what we've been working for the whole season. This was our dream, you know. It was our goal, and we did it.
Congratulations to you. I would love to get... Hey, Josh, can you come up? Josh and Mikal Bridges together, please. Oh, okay, here we go. Look, can you tell me, can you put into words, look, you guys teamed up, these Nova Knicks, for a national championship. When you combine for an NBA championship now, how does that feel?
Man, that's an amazing feeling, man. First and foremost, glory to God, man. He's why we're here. He's why we played. But, man, it's an amazing feeling. Hey, man, forget them picks. Forget them picks, dog. We here. We here. We here.
Mikal, same thing to you. That is such a special relationship the three of you guys have. And to finally achieve that and win that championship, put it into words for me.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I call these two my brothers ever since, you know, I've been with them, you know, at Villanova. But it's great to call all these other guys my brothers too, man. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So I'm proud of everybody. Just very grateful.
And lastly, we will talk to another starter for the New York Knicks. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Come on up here, Cat. Carl, I know that, look, you have there's been divine inspiration in the course of this playoff run for you. Can you put that into words for me?
You know, you work your whole life for this moment. Throughout my career, I've seen myself fall down. People tell me to stay down, and I got back up, even when I was in the mud, and I kept putting my left foot in front of my right foot. I kept trusting God. I kept trusting my faith. I kept trusting the work. And you know, at the end of the day, like this team has always said since the beginning, it is written. This was written for New York, and we went and got it done today. And it's because of all the brothers here, because of the fans. It's because of all y'all. And I appreciate everyone, but y'all heard my story. Y'all know my story, and I just want to say thank you, Mama. I appreciate you getting me one.
Hey, congratulations. I'm happy for you, man. Folks, you can let them hear it again. These are your 2026 NBA champions, the New York Knicks.
What a night as the Let's Go Knicks chants continue, and they will continue deep into the night here in San Antonio, Texas, where the Knicks are at long last champions of the NBA. The trophy presentation, the Larry O'Brien trophy, the Bill Russell MVP trophy, that portion of the evening is over, but this celebration this evening is going to last a long time into the night as the Knicks are the 2026 NBA champions. We have plenty more coming up from San Antonio on a special night, on an historic night, on the Knicks postgame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandras stayed at the counter. At Calandras Bakery, they stick to the basics: real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandras bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandras Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Welcome back to the Knicks postgame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. And Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. And Knicks fans who will be partying through the night, we've got you covered throughout the night. After the postgame show wraps up, Dan Grass is going to take you until 2 a.m. And then after that, Jake Asman from 2 a.m. until 6 a.m. All for you here on ESPN New York throughout the night to talk about this historic team, this historic run, and this historic championship game as the Knicks win Game 5 of the NBA Finals 94-90, and they take the series 4-1. Let's get to your highlights before we get back for some more post-game reaction. As we mentioned earlier, the Knicks found themselves behind after every quarter except the final quarter. The first quarter, San Antonio came out with such a strong defensive presence, held the Knicks to 13 points after the first 12 minutes. Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby accounted for all 13 of the Knicks' points in the first quarter as they trailed 23-13. They continued struggling offensively until about the 4-minute mark of the second, when a late surge from Brunson and Mikal Bridges, along with a three-point play from Josh Hart, pulled the Knicks to within 5 at halftime. The third quarter was a roller coaster. The Knicks fell behind by 15 points, but then by the end of the quarter, they battled back to get within 7 and stay within striking distance entering the final quarter, and that is, once again, where they made their move. Knicks were down 7 entering the fourth. The Spurs lead had been pushed to 10. Jalen Brunson was on the bench for the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter, trying to get as much rest as he could. He had worked so hard all series. He had worked so hard all evening, trying to get as fresh as possible for the stretch run of this game. But before that, a huge three-pointer from Josh Hart.
Alvarado slipping inside, kicks it to the corner for Bridges, and Josh Hart will have to take a right wing three. He nailed it. Big answer from Josh Hart. It's right back to a 7-point game.
It was a 10-point game before that. Hart got them to within 7. When Brunson came back in, the Knicks were down 9. It was 80-71, and almost instantaneously, smelling blood in the water, the Knicks captain went to work.
Brunson hesitates, drives on the left side lane, and banks in a lefty layup. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Here come the New York Knicks. They're down by 6 with 7:14 to go in the fourth quarter.
A 6-point game, plenty of time left, and as has been the theme throughout the series, you could tell that the Spurs had a sense of, whoops, here they come again. And the Knicks certainly did continue to come.
It is crunch time again for the 5th time in 5 games in the finals. Brunson down the lane, lefty layup, ties the game. It's the first 40-point night in the finals in Knicks franchise history. 83-83. From 16 down, they've knotted it up.
And it was all Jalen Brunson, just an incredible run. He hit 2 free throws to make it 83-75. Then he scored to make it 83-77, scored again inside to make it 83-79, and then a couple more free throws to make it 83-81, and then that layup to tie the score at 83 with 4:48 to go. On the other end, though, Devin Vassell answered with a 17-foot pull-up jumper, so the Knicks still had not taken the lead, but with 3.5 minutes to play, for the third time in this game, Brunson got the defender to leave his feet while attempting a three-pointer and went to the line for 3 shots. He knocked down all 3 of them, and the Knicks finally had their first lead of the second half, 86-85, with 3:40 to go in the game. On the other end, the Knicks kept coming up with stops. They really had a chance to put the game away. Their offense slowed down as well as this game ground to a halt as the defenses picked things up. OG Anunoby had a drive to the basket looking to give the Knicks some breathing room.
Every shot the rest of the way could save the season for San Antonio or win the championship for New York. Brunson foul line floater. He got it! Speeding to the middle of the paint. He drained it with 66 seconds to go, and the Knicks lead by 2.
90-88, Brunson with that final field goal to give the Knicks a 2-point lead entering the final minute of the game. The final minute a bit anticlimactic as the Spurs continue to foul the Knicks, trying to elongate the game. Knicks obliged by missing 4 free throws over the last minute plus, but in the end, they had built up too big of a cushion, and that brings us to the timeless moment of the game. Let's call it the timeless moment of the season, brought to you by London Jewelers.
3 dribbles, 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
A moment that will live forever in New York City for Knicks fans there and far beyond. That was the timeless moment of the game, brought to you by London Jewelers. Every unforgettable moment deserves to shine. London Jewelers, proudly celebrating 100 years of excellence and timeless craftsmanship. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
This is the Knicks post-game show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. Plenty more to come from San Antonio as the celebration continues. The Knicks are the 2026 champions of the NBA. I'm